further, because all you need is 420 loud. Let's go! Green gold shining in the lights. All those avocados taking flight. 420 lounge where life is free. Come and join this party tree. Smooth and creamy dreams unfold. Hearts are light as stories told. Catch a spark, feel the glow. It's Ola's avocado. Woo! Green gold shining in the lights. All those avocados taking flight. 420 lounge where life is free. Come and join this party tree. Smooth and creamy dreams unfold. Hearts are light as stories told. Catch a spark, feel the glow. It's Ola's avocado. Woo! Olives, avocados on a sunny day, rolling down the street in a green parade. Little green gems shining bright, off to the 420 lounge tonight. In the lounge full of smoky vibes, avocados grooving, living their lives, dancing in the flames, rolling like kings. Everybody wants a taste of Ola's win. Green gold shining in the lights. All those avocados taking flight. 420 lounge where life is free. Come and join this party tree. Smooth and creamy dreams unfold. Hearts are light as stories told. Catch a spark, feel the glow. It's Ola's avocado. Woo! From the farm to the lounge so rad. Smiles and laughter, the best we've had. Every bite a piece of joy. For every girl and every boy. For a good fun time, look no further, because all you need is 420.
This over. Throw it up. Hi, Forby. I'm gonna check in on my thing. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna check in on my YouTube video to make sure everything looks normal. Sorry over on Twitch and YouTube. I know you guys can hear me. Ba 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 ba. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alrighty.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm gonna need my other phone for some random shit.
Okay.
There we are.
And
Now
it's up
I'm
on yours.
annoying. Yeah, it's up on mine.
Alright,
We're all
sweet,
good.
sweet, sweet, sweet.
Hilariously enough, my only issue is that I cannot see my Twitch chat or my YouTube chat, but they can hear us.
Okay. They can hear us. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay. Just making sure that is coming.
No, you're good. I know that we're just kind of troubleshooting everything here. That's why I started a little bit early, but my service seems to be handling out just fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have another screen to see my chat. I'm sorry, everybody over on Twitch and YouTube.
Do you want me to pull up
Fingers
chat?
crossed. If you can, that would be great.
Okay.
At the time, for the Kasuga's feet. Holy shit. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh my. Kasuga's feet. And Akihiro. Hello. Welcome in, everybody.
Aki.
Alright, guys, listen. You know what I really should have done?
What?
Hold on a minute. You guys are about to watch troubleshooting on another level. Twitch, YouTube, hear me out. I'm stupid and we know it.
You are.
I'm sorry. That I took it personally. All right, fam. Listen, it's fine. The Twitch and YouTube stream are fine. Relax. I'm just short and therefore cannot see behind my tower. Don't laugh like that. Now you're making it seem like I'm really short, Forby.
I mean, you are really short.
Oh,
Okay.
damn it.
Okay. And I'm like, this is true facts. There are no
Hey,
lies
Chris, can you
here.
plug this in? I can't see behind. I need
Okay, there we go.
assistance
Alright.
from someone who's
Oh
over
no!
5 foot tall.
Alright, I
Help!
will. There we go.
Oh my
Alright, I
god.
have YouTube chat open.
Alright.
So I'm gonna go swiney
Oh,
this way.
oh, it's not plugged in. Okay. I thought you plugged it in. Excuse
There we go.
me, chat. 1 second, guys. What do you want? Oh, okay. Lights in here. I'm so sorry. Give me like 2 seconds. I knew I
Alright,
should have done
there
this
we go.
before I started my stream, but I'm stupid and I never
There we go.
do. So, shh.
Alright, Mercy! Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Hi. We are currently doing a little troubleshooting so we can see the comments over
Sorry,
at
I'm
Twitch and
100%
YouTube so we
late.
can keep all of the chats open. But yeah, we are going to be talking business. So if you want to take your passion and make it into profit, make sure to tune in. And if you are like,
What?
oh no, I can't stay for the whole thing, because it is going to be quite long.
Sorry.
It is going to be recorded and available at the 420 Lounge over at YouTube and at Twitch. Okay, so I hope everybody is able to walk away with a little bit of information that they didn't have before. Again, I'm sorry if our brain cells die. Okay,
Oh,
our
I have
singular
one
brain
and
cell
it's
that we
not
share
here
between the
yet, I
two of
don't
us.
think.
Yeah, our brain is not here. The hamster is a little exhausted. And so again, please do be kind to us and our brain deadness. It's been a long day. So yes, I do hope that we can assist you in taking the next step
Do it over
forward.
one more.
We have a variety of people coming in tonight. We're going to be talking about LLCs. We're going to be talking about like merchandising. We're going to be talking as like indie, and then what it's like that maybe as like in as someone as somebody who belongs to an agencies, right? So we have a lot of people from a variety of different walks of life who have experienced with trying to turn a profit and taking like a next step away from just being a regular content creator
Sorry,
on this
it's that
platform,
one
right?
that doesn't work. Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
All right,
Sorry, guys.
so
Wait, what am I supposed to
of
press?
course this is when
What does it say?
Okay, I need to not look at that because I will be distracted because I should not be talking about those types of messages while we're in a recorded. Yes, I did just get a bunch of water. I did indeed. Because I will be needing. Oh my goodness! Why are you messaging me while we're recording?
Oh my god, Forby, are you okay? There we go. Hello, brain cell.
You know somebody always comes first regardless of everything. Okay, and they're like, okay, and I'm like. Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. We are loading back in.
Alright.
I just got a huge, ugly message from my
Wonderful the
computer,
promo
and it was like, listen,
Oh
you need to
no.
update your entire life. Wait, no, never mind. No, you don't. Just press F1. And I was like, oh, okay.
Just press F1.
Right? I was like, oh, okay. Help me.
Help me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, split.
Alrighty. And now, if you are all set on your end to at least see one set of chat, I'll take it.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Ay, coño.
Okay. I think I'm good. I have YouTube's chat open.
You got the other Alu? Oh, that's crazy. Hi, welcome in. Alrighty.
Hello. I think we have enough.
We're good?
Yeah,
Are we good? Are we good? Are we
I think
good?
so.
We're
I think
good?
we're good.
Okay.
Do I need to open Twitch? Do I need to have Twitch open too?
I can open it. It's okay. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of flabbergast away with this. So
Okay, Boba's got Twitch.
you got Twitch?
Got it.
Wonderful. I also have Twitch because I'm crazy like that.
Yeah, we're so professional here, everybody.
We're so
and this is why you should always start your stream a little bit before you want it, so you can make sure everything is good to go. Because we're not even that late.
We're not even that late. We are not that late. And that's the thing. It's just like, Hiwi. My. Alrighty, you guys. So, on these hilarity and questions, you have an LLC. How long did the process of getting this LLC? How long did that take you?
Okay, so I made my LLC through a broker. So really just threw money at it and I was like, make this happen. So for me, the process was very, very quick. It took less than a month to have it all settled. I used something called Zen Business, where it has different levels of how much you pay, and that's how basically quick it gets you your papers and it gets what all papers that you need. So you're like, okay, this is the type of business I want to do. These are the type of papers, and they're like, oh, well, you'll need this type of paperwork, and you're like, okay, well, include it. So it cost me to set up about $1,000, like all in. Okay, but they literally brokered everything. They went through the state, they went through the federal level, they literally did all of the paperwork that's needed for my LLC. Okay. And then it's a fee of like $750 annually. But again, they're maintaining all of the paperwork. So I don't have to worry about that. And they also have their own set of like lawyers and accountants if needed. Like it's all in like it's all there.
Alright.
I
So
don't
it
know
came
how
with the
else to
full
explain
shebang
that.
with everything else, all the
Yeah, it's the whole shebang.
bells and whistles?
It's really all the bells and whistles. So really all that I have to do is then have licensure, like sit the licensing exam specifically for talent agency.
Alright.
Like a personnel agency. So like that is what I have to do. But they literally handled everything else. So for me, the convenience of not having to do it and having a professional do it and not have to wade through, I think the cost is worth it. Even if it is a little bit more. Again, there are some packs with them that are as low as like $300 and it'll start you off and they'll give you advice. But in like the $1,000, it also comes with a bunch of all of the different contracts that you'll need. And it comes with a website and it comes with literally it comes like all pre.
Oh, so it's a whole
like,
pro bono package. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a whole pro bono package for $1,000.
For your LLC, do you have a single name, or is this designed for multiple names to be added on, or was this only designed for a single person?
So it is currently just a single person LLC, which means only my name is on that LLC. Okay. So if I wanted, I could have my LLC rewritten to having multiple owners. And so the only reason why you would really change that is if you wanted to have like a CEO, CFO, creative director, like having all of these people and doing like a real payroll. Now you can get away with contracting work out. It's just contracting work. It's more of a ballpark of when you want things done, right? Well, if you are multiple member, it is like, okay, this is a hard deadline. And that's where a lot of people do get confused.
And what were some of
Oh, so
the very
eventually,
oh,
yeah, it is going to expand out.
okay. So you do have it set to
Mm.
push in eventuality of it being something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that is
Yeah.
something that you have to set up at the very beginning of your LLC if you plan on having someone else on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
And what were those awkward steps that you took in the direction of um starting up your LLC before the idea came upon you to actually make one? What were the starting steps that you think were extraordinarily important into making this
Okay, so
really
finding out
happen?
if people actually were serious
Sorry.
about streaming, right?
Sucks.
Because I literally told people, I'm like, if people are serious about this, then sure, I'll go ahead, I'll take the step, I'll throw in the money,
Hmm.
I'll start it off. Part of the reason why I put it as a single person LLC at the beginning, like at this very moment, and I will later go on and change the LLC,
Hmm.
is because I wanted protection for myself,
Okay.
right? I wanted protection for myself as a streamer. Um, because it does allow me more protection as an individual. It also gives me the access to do like a business PayPal and just further steps to protect my own identity as a VTuber um that you may not have without a business um wall, if that makes
Alright.
sense.
Alright.
Um but yeah,
And that
yeah.
is definitely
I
one of those things. And why
one
did
of
you go
the
through this? Hmm? Okay, so sorry.
why did I go through it?
Yeah,
Why did I go through it? Because this is not my first rodeo.
fair enough. I
This
can't
is
blame you for
I've been
going
in content
following through with
creation
the
for like
facts.
8 years.
I was about to say I can't blame you for
Okay.
following through with the facts, fam. Not just because this is a
It's just
yeah,
uh
that's the thing.
it also makes it easier for like legal, like if I ever needed to do legal action or merchandising or anything like that, it makes it way easier from like a manufacturer standpoint that I'm
Hmm.
a company and I'm not an individual. You can get better rates for things like
Hmm.
that. And again, because the the broker that I paid to basically set it all up, um, had everything in it, it was really kind of just okay, plug and fill, plug and fill. Now, is the LLC at the moment like taking talents? No, because in the timeline, I did say that it's going to be like a 3 to 5 year process before we're really like up and going and really
All
taking
right.
talent because we want to make sure that the foundation is steady. And we want to make sure that all of our T's are crossed and our I's are dots before we start taking on actual members of staffing. And that's where a lot of people rush. And that's really any business. A lot of
Hmm.
people are like, oh, I
Hmm.
have this idea, I'm going to do this business. And then they jump in it and they are not 100% knowledgeable on the topic that they're
Hmm.
doing. And so then they miss things. They miss little tiny things that could really affect them further down the line.
Yes, this is
Right.
true.
So I do have like a team of lawyers that I work with who read through it. I have accountants looking at it, um, investments that are being brokered and things like that. Um, so yeah, it's just one of those. There are NDAs that are in
Lying
effect,
around,
so I
yeah.
cannot talk about too much in detail. But again, I would rather go through all of these steps and make sure that, okay, because we want to provide equipment for our streamers, right?
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
want,
Hmm.
okay, maybe you are not able to afford the console. Maybe you're not able to afford the PC. Maybe you're not able to afford the model. So we are going through the process of figuring all of that out so that we are able to provide that for our content creators.
Wonderful.
Okay. Um, which is like it's money, right? So we have to be able to be like, okay, well, this is what we're looking at. And so if I'm able to show my numbers as like ground zero, right? I'm level zero. Um, I can be like, yeah, look at this. Like, look at my numbers, look at my analytics. Um, if we can make it so other people can start getting numbers and showing like it's worth the investment, then yeah, it's not just all my own money. But that's also why you have a surety, which
Yep.
in the states that we're in Michigan, is where I have the LLC. Um, it is required that you have a surety bond, an agency bond, of at least $10,000. And so this can be a bond, which is then a percentage where I pay like X amount of dollars a year on it, or I have 10,000 in cold hard cash. And that is if I, as an agency, do not carry through on delivering to the talent, that talent is still going to get paid. Okay. Because I find that super important, that if you guys are going to do work, that you guys are going to get paid for it. Even if it ends up like the company does end up going bankrupt, that surety is there, so you guys will still get paid out even if the company ends up declaring bankruptcy.
Very important.
And a majority of states require some sort of bond. In California, their surety is 5,000 that you need to have, which is like the lower end of the surety bonds, while in California it is 50,000.
Wait, you said California twice.
Florida is 5,000.
Okay, Florida's
5,000.
California's 50.
Yeah,
Okay.
50. Yeah. But most states are around 10 to 20,000.
I thought as much. And my one brain cell just died. I'm so sorry. How does your LLC? You mentioned this a little bit earlier, but how does your LLC protect you as a content creator?
Well, again, so most people don't want to mess with business. most people, when they're like, "Oh, you have a business behind you," you're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh,
never mind then."
But yeah, never mind, right? Like because it gives you a little bit more professionalism. And so unless people really want to take on like a professional space, most people kind of back off. I'm gonna be completely real. But it also, because you are a corporation, because you are part of LLC, legal action, right? Because it's not just you that someone could be defaming, because you are the face, you are the brand of your own LLC at the moment, right? Because it's a single. They would also be defaming and slandering the company, right? So it's not just an individual, it's then corporate as well, which then causes, a bigger issue for an individual, which again, most people don't have the type of money laying around to want to tackle that type of case.
Very true.
And I don't want to be like, "Oh, I want to be scary." It's about protecting yourself. And that's the thing I always think about. This is protection for yourself. This is protection for your content. Do you think throwing a couple extra dollars to protect yourself is worth it? Because I do. I think it is. Well, hi, welcome on in, everybody.
No, I absolutely agree. Getting something like that to protect yourself as a performer can be extremely valuable. Especially when it comes to the internet, man. The internet is a crazy place, isn't it?
And the internet is a crazy place. And then this could also help you if someone is trying to dox you, because again, you're not giving consent. You are not putting that information out there. They have to go and hunt it down. Again, being part of corporate is going to help.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just going to say that. And you can still be an indie. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, I cannot be indie if I'm corporate." If you are a single person, you are your business. So you are still technically independent. Like you're not, once you get bigger and you're like part of a group, then you are technically like corporate. But you can still stay in that nice like indie bubble and have the protection of an LLC. Okay.
Absolutely. And for your LLC, this is planning to be a profit or non-profit?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely planning on doing profit. Yeah, there we have, again, contracts written, again, lots of oh my goodness, there's so many contracts. Lots of percentage shares. Lots of percentage shares, because again, like we are planning on having a bigger company, right? And so management and agents tend to get about 10% of whatever their talent is making. And we want to make sure that the talent is getting as much profit as that they're able to get. But if we are also providing like a bunch of equipment, right? If we literally have to give you every piece of equipment under the sun, then
Mm-hmm.
probably in your contract, we're going to take a larger share, and not like, a humongous share, but instead of like 10%, maybe it's like 12% is what we would be taking from you,
Mm-hmm.
15%, right? It's going to depend on what you need the company to provide for you. If you are coming as like a pre-established indie VTuber and you have your own model and you have your own overlays and your own schedules, um, then we might instead, and like you just need a console or maybe like a PC or something like that. Um, then maybe we would be taking like 7%, right? Um, Again, it's all going to come down to you, your contract, but honestly, the percentage of margin sharing that we're looking at is we would take 7 to 15%. Like that is our current range.
All right.
Um, yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's so we're not we're definitely not making a lot of profit at the
Hey, listen, listen. It is
beginning.
what it
Yeah.
is,
But
and
we want our
sometimes
streamers, we want our creators to be making profit. That's the thing.
exactly
We're
you gotta
willing
rumble with it.
to bite that in order for them to get it.
Whatever. I mean, it is what it is, right? You gotta do what you gotta do to help out the real ones, right?
Yeah.
And another random question is, how easy is it to swap between a profit and a non-profit LLC?
Again, how much money do you have to throw at paperwork? If you have
Fair
people
enough.
to do it for you, it's easy, right? If you're going to do it yourself, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Again, I believe in having professionals do things. And again, if that
Hmm.
just means it's going to affect my gotcha budget for a little bit, and I'm not able to buy as many clothes, um, I would rather have a pro do it. I'd rather have a pro do it, hands down, make sure everything is correct,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
than potentially having something be wrong. What are the risks of doing it that way? Having a pro do it or having yourself do it? Um, So, because there is lots of paperwork involved, you doing it yourself, it is very possible that you misfile or you miss a filing date. Well, if you are paying someone to do it for you, they should be on the nose, right? On having it
Hmm.
delivered on time or extending it if need on the transfer of papers. And if you need to sign anything, they should be scheduling the signings to make sure everything is. If things need to be notarized, which in this type of work, notarization is needed, um, it's all done in house. Like they already have something set up for it. Um, so again, for not only ease and convenience, but for the fact that it's going to get done properly, I think it's worth the investment of money to do. And again, this is why I'm saying that it's going to take a moment, right? It's not just going to be like, oh, looky here, the company is ready to go after we got our official LLC paperwork, right? Um,
Hmm.
I think it is very important that things are done correctly. Um, and it take time, and then for
Hmm.
things to be rushed, and then you end up being out all of this money because you did it incorrectly.
Yeah.
So again, that's my own viewpoint. Not everyone is going to have that same thought.
And I know you did touch a little bit on this earlier because you mentioned something about knowing where you are and knowing when you have the right spot to
Hmm.
hire talents. What is one of the big
Hmm.
signs that you should be seeing when you're ready to start hiring management and talents? Just
Okay,
in
so
general with a company
one,
like
you complete all of your legal paperwork. Step
that. Hmm.
one, have all of your legal paperwork, all of your ducks in a row. Step one. Um,
Hmm.
Step two, um, think about truly the direction that you want the company to go in,
Hmm.
right? If you are noticing that you're not getting many views, you're not getting many engagement, um, because you have to think about your brand. You have to think about your brand. You have to think about your identity. You have to think about the audience that you are trying to target. Is everybody that you're going to be bringing into your company going to be streaming to the same audience? or are you going to be having a variety? So that is something in your business plan that you have to think of. Like, I'm planning on having a variety of streamers. Like, I'm not planning everybody be a yapper. I'm sorry. We cannot all just talk, 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 talk. Okay?
This is true.
That is my job.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah,
That
that's
is
turn
my
taken,
job.
fam.
I am
You
that is
gotta,
taken, right?
yeah, that
Right.
spot's taken. You gotta think of something else, man.
And then I also have to think about, right, do I want all of my streamers to be PG-13? Do I want to be allowed to have them go on a scale? Do I want people
Mhm,
just in
mhm.
18 plus, right? We are currently working on having a wide variety of streamers and content and range, right? So if someone wants to do like PG-13, MA-15, MA-17, right, because of the game ratings and things like that,
Mhm.
we have to make sure that we have the correct legal paperwork and it's stated in the contract that they are agreeing that they are streaming this type of content and they understand, like, oh, if I am streaming a game, um we're going to use Fortnite, for example, right? If they are
Mhm.
streaming Fortnite, they understand that they have to take a break after a certain amount of time playing the game, right? So all of that has to be in the contract, that it's clearly stated, like, this is what you're planning on doing. Maybe you are a gamer, right? You're a gamer for our company. You are going to be playing games that are 15 and 17, right? Those are your maturity warnings. Um, we're going to then ask you how many hours you're going to be streaming, right? Because how much you are streaming is also going to depend on how much your percentage is also going to be, right? Um, it's just the facts. If you're going to be having less opportunity to make money, um, then we might take a higher percentage. If you are, but here's also the thing, right? Some people can stream little bit and make lots of money, while some people stream long time and they make no money, right? So again, we're going to be looking at your track record. We're going to be seeing, oh, okay, okay. And then also in this example of the gamer, gamers typically game 4 to 7 hours in a single
Yep.
stream. Like that is
Yeah.
very reasonable range for a gamer to be gaming. Um,
Absolutely. I feel that in my soul. That hurt when you said that. I was like, oh, I know exactly what that 7 hour stream feels like. Kiwi and
but
Hawa.
that is the typical range. It also depends, are you coming in with your own sponsors already? Are you coming
Mm-hmm.
in with an extra,
Oh, my audio
because they're
glitched.
going to be able to help if a streamer is coming in with any additional contracts or any NDAs that they have. They're going to be able to get in contact with the correct people so
Mm-hmm.
that nobody is getting in trouble, right? Because you don't want someone to end up breaking an NDA and then, oh no, whatever are we going to do? You usually, as the company, if you have to break an NDA or you have to break a contract for a streamer, the company is the one that's going to be taking the bullet. Or at least
Yeah.
that's how my company is set up. We're not
Mm.
going to make the streamer have to pay an out for it. You need a manager, right? And that's the thing, right? We're going to have tiers in this company, right? There's going to be the
Mm-hmm.
agent and then the manager for the talent. So it is a scale. um Typically, so the what we're looking at for management is each manager would have 1 to 5 talents, and hopefully the manager has experience. So if the manager has experience in the gaming industry, right, they're going to be handling gamers. They're not going to be handling like crafters, right? They're not going to be
Gosh.
handling the yappers.
Yeah, that's just not really a thing.
um
They don't
because we
really do
want
that.
the people handling them, right? We want the
Mm-hmm.
people handling them to understand what they're doing and what the content that they're making, and so that the managers can relay to the agent, hey, these are the type of deals that our clients are looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it does me no good if, oh, gamer fuel, right? Example, gamer fuel, it's a beverage.
It
If
is.
you are not gamer, Why would you
sponsored
try
by
to get
them?
contract with them? Same with everybody does Raid Shadow Legends, right? Everybody does Raid Shadow Legends over at Twitch. It's like a rite of passage.
It is
Um,
disgusting.
however, however, if you're not a gamer, it does not make sense to do Raid Shadow Legends, right? It is not a good deal for the creator,
Because
right?
it
And
doesn't work.
so
It makes
that's
your numbers
it
look all
doesn't work.
bulky.
It makes your numbers look crazy. And so that's kind of the job of the manager is the manager is going to have a little pod, and then they are going to report to the agent and be like, hey, you know what? We have all of these musicians. Maybe we should make a bid for a record. Maybe we have a whole bunch of voice actors. Maybe we should make a bid for like this voice acting competition or things like that. So that's the goal, right? Is that there's going to be like these little pods, and then it's like, oh, we have a bunch of gamers. Oh, do they have any games that are related? And then there will be collabs, right? Like it's already built into the company. We don't mind you collabing with people outside of the company. We do not mind. That is not going to be a thing, but we will have to make sure that the streamers coming in do understand like the standard of stream quality, right? Because we are going for stream quality. We're not going to be like, oh no, you have to be da 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 da, right? We want the streams to be entertaining. We want them to be engaging. That's why you're a that's why you're a streamer and not just a regular content creator. We are going to, eventually go have a division that is just content creators, because a content creator and a streamer, well, there's a lot of overlap. They are not necessarily the same.
This is true.
Mainly because
Thank you.
content creators don't have to do lives. Like that's not something. They do a lot of recorded posting. How do you move the hand like that? Hand tracking.
Hand tracking.
Woohoo!
You did mention some things. You mentioned hiring managers and stuff. What kind of paperwork do you need in order to start hiring management for your agency?
Okay, so one, if I'm going to have a personnel agency, I have to have a personal agency license. Like me personally, because I'm the only person in the LLC currently, right? Then I have to get a personal agency license for the agency. Okay, so have to have 2 licenses. Then it is we are going to be looking for people who do have a background in management. And because this is streaming and content creating, we're not going to be looking for like typical management that you would be looking for like a regular company. Now, if you have a background in management, like a degree in it, then yeah, we'll probably look at you. But we're also probably going to look if like you've been involved in content creation and streaming before, if you have taken on a backseat role before, in coaching or managing, assisting other talents, being your own talent manager, right? Again, college degree, I don't like American college, okay? I would much think arigato, blah, blah. I think experience is more important than degrees, right? So that's personally what I would be looking for. But yeah, no, I have to have the ability to actually hire on personnel as a personnel agency before I am able to hire on anybody. Like that's just how it is. Again, if I wanted to keep it as a single person LLC, I could subcontract people. And again, I do have a contract written already for subcontracting if need be. But again, that's where you get into the wibbly wobbly that is subcontracting.
Oh, absolutely.
Haven, your question got cut off. What was your question? Something about terms. So what about hanging out with friends outside of schedule? That's fine. That's fine. If you wanted to hang out with people outside of like your scheduled stream times, that is fine. That is fine. Why though would you not try to double tap it? Right? Like there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being like, hey, my guy, would you like to nudge nudge wink wink sit in a stream with me and we do this thing that we would normally do together anyways, right? There is nothing wrong with doing that. Um, and again, we're fine with them not being part of the company. It is just making sure everybody is aware of like, oh, if we are going to be in a 13 plus space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to be aware of, you know, the swearing and like minding our words and like letting their communities know, like, hey, this is not the place for these types of jokes. This is not the place for da 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 da. Um, obviously, if a streamer decided not to listen, like they did a collaboration and they decided not to respect our rules, um, it could be anywhere from a warning to not being able to work with us and our talents again, depending on like what the infraction is. Yeah, and that's exactly it, right? Going to lay it all up front. There's no point in being like, oh, well, you shouldn't do that. No, no, no. And people be like, what do you mean? I had no clue. I was doing something wrong. Like, that's stupid. How are people supposed to know?
It's so true.
Right.
It's so true. And on with the next questions.
Mhm.
How would you go about internal staffing? Would you put up an office? How would you
So
go about something like that?
I think at the moment, an actual office space is kind of stupid. Right?
I agree.
I'm just going to be completely honest. I think a brick and mortar building is kind of stupid at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the stuff that we are able to do and need to do for the company can be done remote.
Yep.
Now, later, if the company gets bigger, I probably want a studio. I'm going to be 100%. I would probably want a studio or like a house or dorms, some such a situation where we can make sure that everybody is in. Because one, it's going to cut down our costs dramatically if all of the if we just basically have a PC room instead of paying for everybody's PC. If there's just a PC room and then there's a schedule on the door, we're like, okay, you know, this the streaming room is taken from this time to this time, this time to this time, this time to this time, this time to this time. And then we can also help with quality, right? There would be soundproofing, it would have the proper
Mm-hmm.
lighting, it'd have proper internet connection, um, and
God,
higher quality of goods.
oh my God, Aki. It's
A
hysterical.
basement to stuff everybody in. Right, 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 right. Um now does everyone have to like move into this home? No. If people don't want to move in, that's fine. Obviously, if we already have a remote setup figured out, we're going to keep the remote setup even if we end up getting a brick and mortar. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to move in order to work there, right? Is this agency or reality or will it be on other platforms? So the goal is eventually multiple platforms. So if people wanted to be reality, that would be fine. If people wanted to be over at TikTok, that'd be fine. If people wanted to be over at YouTube, that would be fine. If people want to be over at Twitch, XYZ, right? Um, that's the goal. The eventual goal is to have many different platforms and having people be able to be on whatever platform they wanted. But
Mm-hmm.
again, that's big picture. And
That's
that
the
is why it's
eventuality,
important,
guys.
right? That's why it's important that we put down all of this brickwork and that it does take
Mm-hmm.
time. Um, so that way it is successful. But also when looking for talents to potentially hire, we are going to be looking at what your social media is looking like. We're going to ask for analytics of like what your channel growth is. We're going to ask you in like an interview of like, how is your response to feedback? How, you know, what have you done to try to get your channel to grow? Oh my goodness, are the Twitter people ever wild, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but those are all things to consider. And I know I'm not the only type of agency who thinks that way, right? Because here's the thing, if you are only on one platform, yeah, you're exclusive to that platform. But how are people outside of that platform going to know you so your numbers can continue to grow, right? Because sad to say, reality is little tiny baby platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's itty bitty. Um, are my numbers insane on reality? No. But do I have people coming from my TikTok? Do I have people coming from my X? Do I have people coming from Instagram? Yeah. And that to me is really good. That's really good growth. And that means I also have pull, right? Because people are seeing me on social media that do not know me, do not know my streams, and they're like, oh, this person is interesting enough that I'm going to go download a whole nother platform in order to watch and engage with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mhm, mhm. Big companies that tend to be competitive. So again, it is going to come down to performance, right? What company is going to keep on somebody who cannot perform? I'm going to be really blunt, right? We're going to try to help you. We're going to try to coach you. We're going to try to assist you. But content creation is not for everybody. Okay. Content creation is not going to be for everybody. Live streaming is not going to be for everybody. Some people are amazing live streamers, and some people are amazing content creators. Like they're very, very good at posting, but they just do not have the energy for live streaming, right? And so that
I
is
saw
why it's
my
important to
brain
try
cell
to fit you
die.
into the division.
I saw the book and I was like, oh my god, she's
Yeah.
like me. She wrote
Well,
me
and
a
that's exactly
novel.
it. And that's exactly it, Aki, right? It's always great to have competition. It hypes people up and it really promotes good sportsmanship. And that's the thing. Like, there might be an incentive if you are somebody who is a top earner, right? Who doesn't want percentages taken off on my end, right? Oh no, Alu, you signed a contract with me and it was 7%. Oh no, you do really well that quarter. Oh, it looks like I'm only taking 5% now, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe you get something in addition. Maybe I find you a really great contract for something that you're really into. Maybe, we be a little bit more persuasive when it comes to XYZ. Maybe Ali wants a bonus, right? Um,
I
Alu is
like
not one of my
bonuses.
streamers. Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Alu
But
is
I
not.
do like
Alu is
bonuses.
not. I'm just using Alu as an example, right? Um, so that is something to think about incentive wise. Um, or maybe hunting down a deal that I know Ali would be very, very interested in. Like, nose to the floor, hunting it down like a bloodhound. Really like going hard for a deal or contract that I know that streamer would be ecstatic to have to reward them. Or maybe, they have a live 2D model, right? Getting them more expressions, getting them more toggles, getting them a little bit more rigging, right? If they're a reality streamer, right? Getting them more gotcha, getting them more clothes, getting them an event that they really want. Okay. So, yeah, competition is good. Incentive, I think, is better. Yes, yes. So there are base contracts. There is a base contract, and then there are it would be based off of customization. Yeah. And we have no problem with people talking about their contract if they want to talk about their contract with people. If someone was like, oh yeah, well, I'm making this much, because again, the base contract is like base, and then it is a sliding scale for things depending on like what that streamer needs, requires. Like if they are completely brand new, if they are experienced and they want to keep their channel and they want to keep everything, they just need a little bit more oomph, right? A little more pick me up. um so yeah, that would all be discussed on the contract stage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, no, the
Well, yeah,
questions are
because
open to the
we
chat.
don't want people to lose everything. We don't
Oh
want
no,
to,
of course not.
people spend a lot of time being creators, and sometimes you really become connected to an identity, and you become really connected to your community. And I think it's kind of stupid and almost a slap in the face if we're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be part of our company, you cannot tell people that you were ever so and so. You can not engage with your fans ever again in this manner. Um, if you don't want to. Now, if you want to do a full, uh, Houdini, I have no problem with that. You want to do the Houdini? Sure, sure, that is fine. I've done a Houdini. I'm not going to judge anybody who wants to erase everything.
No, no.
Um,
What?
so yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. But that leaves the chat open to questions. regarding Forky's LLC.
Oh, did we go through everything?
That was all the questions that I
Oh,
had. Did you have anything else that you wanted to
yay!
add to it for your own shits and giggles? Excuse me.
I would like it to be stated that we do have lawyer, not just U.S. law, but we do have a firm that we use as adjunct that is international, that has multiple different countries' law for specifically like entertainment, right? Because we want to make sure that we are not just abiding by like U.S. government when it comes to this type of thing, but additional countries, because we don't want a streamer. We want the streamer to get the best option, right? So if the US one is better, like the expectation of the
Mm-hmm.
US agency is better than, I don't know, France. I'm just throwing out random things here. We want to make sure that you are getting the best quality. And if it does turn out that one of the other countries that we like, we want to be at the best possible standard. Again,
Oh, absolutely.
and this is why, again, it's taken a while to set it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry. Wait, your mom?
Oh yeah. I'm
Hold
trying
on.
to get back to this
Chill,
comment.
bro.
No,
Chill, bro.
the chat
No.
just.
Chill.
Oh yeah.
Chill. Chill, fam. It's okay. Relax. I'm gonna
Oh
go sit
yeah.
on the couch. Don't even worry about it.
Drama is appears breathing. Oh yeah.
It's so real. All right. Well, I think it is Akihiro up next. To talk a little bit
Okay.
about Bond. If you don't mind taking the first few questions, I have to run to the bathroom. You guys, I get nervous before
Oh
my
yeah.
own
No, I'm good. I'm good.
streams. Kasuga. I hope somebody clips
Okay, so we're
that
going
and
to
puts it on
Bond.
Twitch. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
jumping over
please.
to the
Arigato.
Bond.
There's your hot dog.
Somebody clip that. I'm zooming in on
Okay.
it. Clip it. Bada bing, bada hoo ha. Aye.
My
Right?
legs. Yeah, me and my
Right?
broken ankles.
Wait,
Oh
Forby, you're not
yeah.
gonna sit on the
Alright, so
crazy couch with
Akihiro.
us? Damn.
No, I have the fancy chair. Why would I ever sit on the couch? I like gold, Dalu. I'm sorry. I believe in rarity.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you're ready, Aki, you can pop up. I'm gonna run away for like 2 seconds. I will be right back.
Yeah. Hi, Aki.
Oh, hello. Here, let me switch my
Hello.
outfit.
Facing the
Hi.
door.
I I forgot how to socialize. I've been super lazy for like 2 weeks. How are you
That's
doing for
okay.
the
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Um, just chugging along as it is. As it is. I'm currently planning an IRL meetup. So
That's so exciting. I must
It
say this
is.
has been so informative. You're really good and you're really informed about everything, honestly. You're really like super
Arigato,
cool,
arigato.
honestly.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I mean, I've been working on this LLC for a little over a year now. And there has been many talk with many business people.
Oh yeah,
Many
I
people in
bet.
the entertainment industry. Because again, I really want it to be at the best possible level that I can, and I really want people to really do well with it, right? I don't want
Mhm.
to put a company out there and then have people join and have people be like, "Oh, I have no clue what we're doing." Like, I don't know what to do as a content creator. Oh no. So yeah, we are putting together like guidebooks, we're putting together like video
Mhm.
tutorials, we're putting together the website so it's easy to do. We're putting together and having those separated by gen and also like having all the trainees in a group together that even if it's the same pod, being able to cross over is really really important.
Oh yeah, that definitely inspires people a lot. Um, yeah, people the ability to be able to cross over or like evolve as a content
Mm-hmm.
creator to maybe a
Mm-hmm.
different thing.
Yeah.
It definitely inspires people. Even if it's just from like 2D model to like 3D model, people love
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah, and the one that's exactly it, right? We want to make sure that there is the build up, that there is the connection, that there, if people are coming with new lore, maybe the whole group is lore together, or maybe they
Mhm.
are interacting in a singular world where it makes sense. Oh, wait, what? So yeah, so the whole agency has its own lore to it itself. But yeah, I'm gonna change over. I'm not gonna talk about the agency and spoilers. Yeah. All right. So Aki, you are a Bond Live EN member. So what are the requirements to become a streamer for Bond Live?
So, at least for now, um, auditions for reality are kind of always opened. Our
Okay,
main,
okay,
but not for the main branch, which is for YouTube. Um,
okay.
that branch is a little bit more stricter, and you have to have already a platform to be able to go into it. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so they kind of want to see that you're actually like a really hardworking a VTuber, you know? They're just not gonna
Mm-hmm.
accept you if they see that you're just not willing to put up the work.
Yeah,
Um,
understandable.
but I do love I that's why I love the reality branch though, because it's kind of like for me, I see reality as a like a school, you know what I mean? You get to
Okay,
see and
okay.
explore and learn from a lot of things. Like how to communicate with people, how to do
Mm-hmm.
thumbnails that can attract more viewers, how to
Mm-hmm.
uh like how to keep an audience entertained. There's so many aspects into the reality side that
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
can learn. And eventually even move to the YouTube branch, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
actually working
and
on
I
that
like
right now.
that. I know you aren't. I
I'm so
know you are.
excited for it.
Dude, your model is pretty. You're
I
truly,
know, I have a crush on him, but don't tell him.
Okay, I'll keep it a secret. I'll keep it a secret. Um, so that goes into the next question, right? How many branches does your agency have? And like, where are they?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I learn about a new branch like at least once every like 3 months. Like I didn't even know. I didn't even know we had a Bilibili branch either. I was like,
You
what?
have a Billy branch? You guys
Yes,
are in
yes.
Billy?
I was like, what?
I'm
Oh, isn't
not
that great?
surprised. Like, I'm surprised. I'm
Mhm.
surprised, but I'm also not surprised. Because Billy is like the VTubing platform.
Oh, heck yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
but like at the same time, I thought Bilibili was very limited. Like you can't just like
Mm-hmm.
go into it. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it must be really complicated. But I guess we're there.
That's great. Okay, so just a new branch all the time. Um, so you guys are Billy, you're on reality, you're on
Yes.
YouTube. Anywhere else
So
that you can think of?
So we're on Bilibili, we're on YouTube. We used to even have TikTok and Twitch branches, but
Really?
because there were just no people really applying to it, I guess we were just not promoting it enough.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
like there's just nobody to go into it. So we just kind of like I think they cut off the Twitch branch mostly because
Mm.
Okay.
you already know about how businesses work with contracts and
Mm-hmm.
such.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be very complicated to get into a contract with a huge company like Twitch. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially,
True.
if you're an agency.
This is
I think
very
it will
true.
be a huge risk for
Yeah.
Twitch to make a contract with a specific agency, because then that agency would, they will be in charge of what that agency does. If
Mm-hmm.
that agency does something negative, it will fall on Twitch. So it will be a huge risk. So I think that's one of the reasons why they cut off that branch. Um,
Okay.
but we're also on Irium. Uh,
Oh, you're on
Bond,
Unium. Okay, okay.
yes. So Bond and Irium have a huge partnership. Bond,
Oh.
yes, because Bond started in Japan, and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Irium it's very big on the VTuber world over there.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
number one VTubing application in Japan.
yeah. So I'll be honest with you, this was kind of shocking to me, but we had over 400 members on the Japanese side in Irium. It,
Really?
Yeah, it really shocked me. I was like, excuse me, like how does that even work? But
Would not have expected that. Oh,
yes,
goodness.
yes. Um,
So I'm assuming then with Irium coming out this fall for in the US that you
hmm
guys are already okay, okay, okay.
Hey, wink, wink, you know.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yes, we're also going to expand into other platforms soon. I can't say which
Okay, okay.
ones, but we are.
But more expansion. So Bond, it sounds like it's like almost constantly growing.
Yes, Bond. Honestly, the rookies here are the EN side. We are the rookies.
Okay,
The
okay,
Japanese side is already built. There's already like a whole building over there and everything.
okay.
Now that we turn into a subsidiary of like, uh, I always forget the name of the company. But but now we turned into a subsidiary of a very big company over there. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a huge VTuber talent agent company,
Okay,
not an
okay.
agency. It's like a company. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of turned even bigger now because of that.
Okay.
And that company
Well, that's
is in
kind of
competition.
exciting.
Yeah, it is. That company is in direct competition with huge VTuber companies over there.
Okay. I think I remember seeing that on X.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
think
was
I
so
remember seeing that
excited.
on X.
And I can't wait,
But yeah.
honestly. Seems like huge things are coming. I
No,
can't wait.
because those are huge things. Those are like the next steps. And you always want to see that type of growth as somebody who's been in a company and you've been there, what, a year? Two?
I've
A
been
year and a half?
I've been with Bond for let's see. I've been with Bond for like 2 years, yes.
Okay, yeah. So I was close to two. Okay, okay. Because I know I've been on reality like a little over 2 years. And I remember seeing you as one of the first Bond EN, like Bond Live EN members
Oh
on
yes.
reality.
I'm so proud of that. I'm the
Hmm.
fourth person
No
to ever
way.
join the reality
Okay.
branch. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
I
All right, all right.
know.
Um, so I didn't talk about this, but there are two different types of agencies. There are agencies that are like, okay, you're going to do XYZ. Is your contract. Here is like the audition. Like you are going to go do this. And then there is the other type of agency that is more hands off. Like they're going to give you some materials and they're going to like point you in the direction of auditions, but they're not going to do the actual securing of it. Um, so what type of agency is Bond, would you say?
I'll be honest, you're gonna have to simplify what you just said because I'm not that bright.
Okay. So we're going to call it agency A is
Okay.
very hands-on. They're going to basically take your hand and they're just going to drag you into it. Agency B is the more hands-off approach where they're like, here are resources. Go be wild. Agency A for what you want.
Um, I'll be honest with you, Bond can dabble between the two.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
because Bond, they got resources, but then they won't they won't offer it to us all the time. Mostly
Okay.
because
Okay.
they want to, as I said, reality is kind of like a school. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
in Bond, because it is a Japanese company, they don't they're not like the Western companies where it's like we're gonna offer you absolutely everything from the start. Bond
Okay.
likes to see that you have the potential to be able to be a successful VTuber.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
they'll offer you so many things after that. Um, and that's just how a
Just
lot
how
of
it is.
Japanese companies work. Yeah.
Okay.
Like um and honestly, I was really surprised at first as well. So I was like, oh, I'm so used to the usual like I start working and then they just throw everything they got at me, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But but yes, basically, Bonin dabbles between the two, which is honestly
Okay.
pretty nice. Because they kind of like not force you, but push you into having to be creative to
Mm-hmm.
be able to reach certain goals and
Okay.
they'll give you so many. let's say they'll give you so many benefits when you hit certain
Okay.
goals.
When you hit the mile marker, basically, like
Exactly,
you hit the
yes.
goal line, you get something in return. But
Oh my gosh.
you gotta make the games.
I literally remember one time where I reached a major point and they offered me to make a music video and I panicked because like, listen, I don't I don't have any audio material. I don't have audio at all. I can't sing. So like no. I was like, okay, I appreciate it. But that's not for me. Um,
That's
I
great.
mean,
That's
I
great.
wish that would work as a great promotion, but
That would be such a great promotion. All
but
right.
yes.
So, are you accept? Okay. So this goes back to something I talked about with my agency. Like I was planning on having collaboration between my streamers.
Mhm.
Is it expected as a Bond streamer to collaborate with other streamers within your agencies, both in collabs or interactions via social media on other platforms?
It is very like yes, they do tell you like try to interact more because mind
Mm-hmm.
you, since we're an agency, we kind of work as a you know like a hive mind, so we have to
Yeah, yeah,
help
yeah,
each
yeah.
other. Because
Okay.
whatever, if I'm working with you, I want to help you. So
Mm-hmm,
let's say
mm-hmm,
on Twitter, because I want to help you, I'm gonna be actively commenting on your post because I want to
mm-hmm.
boost your post even more because
Yeah.
your success is our success. You know what I mean? So we
Okay,
have to
okay.
work together.
So
That's just
yeah,
how it
definitely
is,
like
you
the
know?
group mentality.
And when it comes to
Okay, okay.
collaborations, um,
Mm-hmm,
Bond, yes, they inspire you to collab with anyone outside the agency. Um,
mm-hmm,
but for protection, they do like tell you like warn us with time so we can do like a small investigation of who you're gonna collab
mm-hmm,
with
mm-hmm,
for, you know, your safety and the safety of
Mhm.
the
mm-hmm.
agency and everyone else, you know?
Yeah, yeah, because you do have to worry about your reputation, right? As a
Mm-hmm.
company, as being a
Yeah,
Bond liver, you have to make sure that you are not joining a collaboration that could tarnish you as a streamer or the agency in general.
exactly.
Okay, okay. Um, how often does Bond Live member speak with management? Like, are you meeting with management frequently? Like, can you talk to them whenever, or are you only able to talk to them during like certain meeting times?
They do have work days. Mind you,
Okay.
since Bond is it's a really big company in Japan, they already have a building and they have workers in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of our talents have gone there and taken pictures with them and everything. It's
Okay, okay.
um, so they have work hours and it's usually based in Japan time, but our managers, we have multiple and
Okay.
they're usually available almost all the time. Mostly because
Okay.
one of our managers is like I this is how I describe him. He kind of reminds me of that guy that is on an isekai and like he's about to get isekai'd, like he's in front of his computer. He is like the ultimate. He looks like a heavy gamer, and
Okay.
he he's straight up like he's so cool. Honestly, I don't know how else to describe him. He
He's
always
just
has
gonna be
time
in
for
my
you.
head. Isekai-san. That is his name now. Isekai-san. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We love him
Okay.
honestly. He's so chill. He's always like trying to encourage us, and he's always trying to
Mhm.
look for the. He's always trying, mind you.
That's good though.
I'm the
He's
biggest
trying his best.
troublemaker. I'm the biggest troublemaker in the agency, and not because I want to. I
It's good
promise
though.
you that I try not to create drama, but it's like
It
I
just
don't know if
happens.
it's
Yeah,
my
drama just
English.
happens.
If I don't know if it's my English. Mind you, I my main language is Spanish, and because it is
Mm-hmm.
Spanish, a lot of words I say in English do not have the same meaning to me.
Oh no, I get that. I get that. I get
Yeah, so it's
that.
like I might say something that might be hurtful to other people, and then for me it's just
Mm-hmm.
like normal. And it's like,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, I don't, and then when I say I'm sorry, people don't believe me because I sound so monotone. I'm like, listen, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are like, You
Oh, but
love
are
it.
you really? Are you really sorry? Yeah, no, I get it. I get it 100%. That's why you always
And
gotta
then
put the tears on, Aki. You always gotta
I
cry.
just I'm not I don't like to be fake, so it's like I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna tell you I'm sorry and carry on. Because like but
Oh,
because of that, management has to really put the extra mile because of me.
mm-hmm.
And I I I'm always talking to manager because of that. He's actively talking to me all the time. And every single time he texts me and goes like, "Hey, do you have time to speak?" I get nervous because I'm like, something happened.
You're like,
Something must
what's
have
going
happened.
on now?
Here I go again. Something happened. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, does Bond require you guys to have like a quota of hours? Like, is it a weekly quota, monthly quota? Does it exist, or do they just let you guys stream whatever?
So so I'm not allowed to say the amount, but I can
Okay.
tell you that it is very flexible. And
Okay.
that's the thing I mostly love about Bond, because just so you get an idea, there's
Hmm.
members in Bond that have not streamed for a couple months because they either
Oh,
need time
wow.
or they either need, they're moving and they're having like a really hard time,
Okay.
or they need to focus on, oh, there we go.
Like other
Sorry, I was
things.
I was loading. But they have to focus on either working in real life and generating money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bond is a very flexible company. So
Okay.
let's say that you don't hit your quota, you can just tell manager and they'll be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Take it easy," and that's it. And if you stream too
Okay.
long, they'll also contact you and be like, "Hey, calm down."
Oh, okay, okay. So they're like they're not a black company. They're not a oh we're gonna stream you until you can stream no more.
Yeah, no,
You gotta
no,
stay in
no.
front of that camera.
That's why I love them, honestly. I remember when I joined, I used to stream like 6 hours a day, and my manager was like, "Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
Um,
Yeah,
It's like,
I don't know if that's the question I want from my manager.
yeah, because it's like, they're Japanese, so they're like, you know, it's everything okay? You can take it easy, you're working too hard.
Oil, oil. Alright, so don't feel like you have to answer this because I don't know if you're going to be able to answer this. What are some things not covered in Bond's
Oh,
partnership with reality?
What do you mean by that?
I got you, fam. I got you,
So
fam. I got
yeah,
you, fam.
this is Ali's
What?
question.
Yeah, it's me. My one brain cell went off on a tangent. Holy crumbs, WMZ.
It really
Where did
did. I'm
that,
like
that,
looking at
that,
all the
that, that,
questions and
that?
I'm like, I think it means like what are you offered?
Yeah,
Like
what do you?
what benefits
What
do you
benefits do
have
you guys get?
working with yeah, what bennies do you get? Like as a
Um,
partnered streamer with reality.
well, I don't know if I can say that,
Okay.
but
Well then we can
I can
skip.
tell you that we will be better off without them. Anyways, anyways, but yeah, honestly, it's great. We love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, so good. It's so good.
Okay, okay. So it's a pretty good benefit going through and getting a
Uh-huh.
partner. Okay.
Uh-huh. I
For
mean,
those of you who are like, oh, partnership, do
I
it.
personally think that there's definitely a lot of potential. There's
Mm-hmm,
definitely
mm-hmm.
a lot of potential if they dive into the age. And the thing is, when it comes to reality, I don't think they have enough staff members to manage all types of aspects when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
all this, you know,
Oh, I
new
agree
systems.
100%. Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
because of that, we have been very understanding and we have been like, okay, we're just gonna wait. And we have already gotten confirmations of things, so
Okay,
it
okay.
it should be fine. It should be it should be
Sweet, 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 sweet.
fine.
Should be
Um,
fine. Okay.
it should, yeah.
So I talked about how my agency is going to have like a variety of different um content, right? It's not just going to be yappers. Um, does Bond look for specific type of streamers? Or are they also Like, oh, we take a gamer, we take a talker, we take a do-it-yourselfer, we take a language learner,
Oh my gosh,
or
I'll be honest
do they
with
look like
you.
for specific type of talents?
I don't know where Bond finds these people because they've been hiring people with like the most amazing talents that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I feel horrible because I can't do any of this. Like how did I get in? But yeah, they've been hiring incredible people, people that can sing, people that can draw, people that can do amazing editing, people that can do
Okay.
VTuber models, people that can do VTuber rigging, people that can do
Okay.
so many things, people that can do 3D models, people that can program, people that can manage websites.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm speechless, and I don't know where they find these people, but they're doing
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and it seems like for your answer, it seems like it's something that they're actively looking for, someone who can
Okay.
um provide certain things to the agency so it can be an equal exchange, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, yeah, they seem to be actively looking for people that can benefit the agency, which makes sense, of course.
Okay. Okay. Do, 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 do. Why did you choose? Because I know you have the 2D model going on and eventually YouTube, but why did you choose reality as your home for streaming? Um,
So
or or were you given other opportunities, or was it just like reality first and then you got the opportunity for YouTube?
So when it comes to reality, I
Mhm.
I actually found Bond because of reality. Mind you,
Oh, okay.
when I started streaming on reality, I didn't know what
Mm-hmm.
the heck a VTuber was.
Okay. Okay. I feel like
So
I feel like most people can relate to that. Oh yeah.
yeah, I didn't know what a single VTuber was. Mind you, I was so clueless that when people used to talk about Niji Sanji, I thought that was a
Mm-mm.
VTuber itself. I kept looking on YouTube. I looked on YouTube. I'm
Hero,
not even joking.
¿qué
I
pasa?
went to YouTube.
Mm.
I went to
Okay.
YouTube and I searched up Niji Sanji, and then all these people will pop out, and I'm like, bro, where is the YouTuber that is called Niji Sanji? Like, and then basically one day I was just streaming on my indie account,
Mm-hmm.
doing my usual giveaway streams. I was known as the
Yeah,
giveaway
yeah, yeah.
guy back then. Um, and I suddenly saw this adorable girl come in and it said like Bondien on their name.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's Bondien? They
Mm-hmm.
ignored me and they left. So as a normal reality streamer, I ended my stream and followed them because you're not just gonna ignore my question like
You're
that.
not just gonna ignore me. Okay, that is a mood though. That is a
Yeah.
mood.
I followed them until they went live and then I spammed the chat with a bunch of questions. And from that day, we didn't have moderation system back then.
No, we
Um,
did
I kind of
not.
became I kind of became like the unofficial Bond, even though there was only one member, like moderator. And
Okay,
mind
okay.
you, all this time I still didn't know what a VTuber was. And they kept explaining to me like this is an agency, blah blah. Tell me why I joined Bond, and I still didn't know what a VTuber was. And then
Aki!
listen, I joined Bond, and I was like, oh, it's an agency. You just go live, and that's it. Like,
Yes,
um,
yes, that's exactly it. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
but then I started seeing people being like, "Oh, VTuber agency." I'm like, "Okay, isn't it YouTube?" Like, like, and then I started to learn a little bit, because all the other members started to explain to me like, "Oh my God, I watched this VTuber and this VTuber on YouTube." I'm like, "What? That's crazy." Um, but basically, I took an interest, and the first two members of Bondian convinced me to
Mm-hmm.
um to one day apply, but I didn't apply. I actually stalked Bon Live EN on Twitter. I literally spammed them with likes like for 2 weeks in a row until they eventually um got tired of all my emails and questions, and they were like, listen, why don't we just schedule a meeting and then you can ask us everything um everything live, face to face. And by the end
Mm-mm.
of that, I was already a member.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun though. I still can't believe you just kind of waddled your way into VTubing. You're like, oh, this looks
Yeah.
fun. This looks cozy. I
I
now
just thought
live
it was just
here.
like a bunch of anime people.
Just a bunch of anime people. Yeah, that's us. Just a bunch of anime people. Don't mind us. Don't mind us. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
And and mind you, I'm
Mm.
very grateful too because as soon as I joined Bond, it was like I had a whole other energy. I kind of felt
Mm-hmm.
like I I had a goal and I had a responsibility, to be the face of this agency. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I really tried my best. I tried my best to be able to carry it on my arms after
Mm-hmm.
our first ever members eventually graduated. So in the
Mm-hmm.
end, it was just me, like carrying Bond reality branch on my back. So I tried my
Yeah,
best.
for a good while. You were kind of
Yeah,
just Aki.
yeah,
Aki
it
the
was.
Bond and Aki. Oh, yeah. Well, that's all of the questions that Ali prepared.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
open
Mhm.
open to chat. Open
Open to
question.
chat.
Open
Any
question.
questions for a bond member?
Yeah, do you have guys have any questions? Honestly, I'm open to anything.
Mhm.
Um, but honestly, hello, how are you? Oh, that's a great question. I'm
That's
doing
a great
great. How are you?
question.
How are you doing? But I'm very grateful, I managed to
Mm-hmm.
make so many friends and um I managed to make so many connections.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
And
I
change a
think
lot of
that's really
minds too
important.
because and change a lot of minds too because a lot of people back when I joined, um, they had a really negative view of what agencies were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of felt like it was my job to debunk so many things. To this day, there's a lot of streamers that are like, ew, an agency? Ew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people are like weary about agencies and about joining,
Hmm.
which is part of the reason why, well, because mine's not fully up and running yet, right? So I don't really talk about mine. Like if people ask me questions, like I'll obviously, as I sit here answering them, I'll answer them. But yeah, no, people do get a little weary almost about
Hmm.
people who do have some sort of backing. Because
Which
you do have your company behind you.
which they should be, a little bit, because a lot of agencies out there are very sketchy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Mm-hmm.
just tell people like when it comes to agencies, look at the members. The members will tell you everything you have to know. If there's a member
Mm-hmm.
in an agency that has been in the agency for 2 years, nobody can tell me that the agency is bad because
Yeah,
otherwise
that they're not
that
taking care of
member
their
that
talent because otherwise they'd be gone.
exactly exactly because otherwise that member that was there for 2 years wouldn't have been there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's
Okay,
up, kid?
Kit has a question. What is the question? What's the question?
Oh my gosh,
Kiwi.
there's so many groups out there in reality that I'm such a fan of. There was this group called Food EN, and it was like a group of
Yeah,
VTubers. You know
yeah, I know
them?
what you're
You
not.
know
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
They're literally my favorite ever.
yeah. There are just it's a lot of people. Okay, how do you communicate? Okay, how good is the cross-branch communication between members of Bond Liver?
So
They're not.
basically, we we are able to talk to our YouTube branchers or any other branch. In fact, there's members that, well, not me because I can't talk Japanese for shit, but basically, there's members that even communicate with the Japanese side. Um, there are rules between that though because um YouTube is our main branch,
Mhm.
the agency is very careful with we can't mix problems from reality into the YouTube branch. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
makes sense because reality is hella toxic.
It is. It's a lot like another platform that's purple.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad
And
as the
mind
purple
you,
one.
because it is a Japanese agency, they have a lot of experience with crazier situations than what happens in the Western
Mm-hmm.
side. So they
Mm-hmm.
are extremely wary of things that may go down, you know. They're very careful. But yes, I can talk to my YouTube like my I call them my YouTube senpais even though I've been here longer than them. I can talk to them anytime. We have our own servers and such.
Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions for Akihiro from Bond Live EN?
Your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Our minds
Aki, thank
just
you so
went in
much for
sync
coming
right
out.
there.
Mhm,
Yeah, Aki, thank you so much for coming out and talking and sharing
mhm.
your experience with us. I do hope it helps a lot of people. To further that, how good is the community? Okay, so Kit following up with how good is the
Okay, okay.
communication between the branches?
So we're very close. There's been times where we literally should like go on call and just like watch movies or watch horror videos and just scream or just
More coffee.
like
Okay,
scream
so you
at each
guys
other
do like
and
extra
rage.
activities with each other.
Yeah, we do. It's really important to create connections, you know? That's
Mm-hmm.
actually that's what Bond is all about, you know? Bond is um
Making bonds.
that's the whole slogan, you know? They want to make connections between viewers and streamers.
Okay. Okay. Got it. But yes, thank you, Aki, for all of your
Hmm.
time with this interview and letting us know more about Bond Live EN.
Hmm.
And as Aki said, the reality branch is almost always accepting people. So I'm sure if you would be interested in joining Bond Live EN, that Aki might be able to point you in the right direction. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me as well. Thank you for the great opportunity. This was so fun.
Yar, I'm glad you could make
Oh, yeah.
it.
All
I
right.
think we're gonna do a double
No
whammy with
problem.
El Duo
With
Nixo
merch.
and with merch with Nix and Bobo who
All
are
right.
opening their merchandise shop
All right.
soon. Isn't that fun, guys?
Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
fly away, okay? Thank you so much
Yar,
for
love
the
you
All
too,
right.
opportunity.
Takahiro.
Bye.
Flutter,
Bye,
flutter.
Aki. Mwah, mwah.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye, bestie. Look, there he goes. Flap, flap,
Oh,
flap,
yeah.
flap, flap. Yar, so
Oh.
Nix and Bobo are here. Mm-hmm. Yo, listen.
Okay,
The
Kit
Neko Cat is
is going to
important.
be shooting a DM.
Kiwi!
Wee. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now Alu checking to see if there's enough room.
Man, shut the.
She has a point though. No. 4v has a point though.
Yo!
I'm watching it all. I'm watching it all.
Zippity doo
All
dah.
right, so we have been talking about
Oi.
how to make profit off of your passion for streaming tonight. So we talked about developing into an LLC and what's the importance of, using an LLC to kind of protect yourself. As a content creator, we talked to Akihiro from Bond Live EN. They are an agency within reality as well as other social media platforms as a VTuber. And now we're going to talk to both Lady Red and Nyx the Demon as we talk about merchandising. Both of these individuals are indie VTubers. So yeah, we're having a wide variety of people coming out tonight talking about how they are turning or planning on making their passion into profit. Arigato, thank you so much for all of your time tonight.
And I am trying to make a coffee.
And you're failing horribly.
Give me
Alright,
coffee.
so I'm gonna go grab some water.
You're good.
Nyx is in charge for like a hot second.
We'll just jump right into the shenanigans with Nyx. Just a little bit here. So,
Hi.
Nyx, For the people in the back, what are you hilariously best known for?
Um,
I'm just kidding.
I
Introduce yourself for the
no,
people in the
that's
back. It's just kidding.
that's no
I
more.
decided to bully you a little bit today.
Bubble, hush, stop.
Spider, yeah.
What if
That's
you?
what I was
What if?
trying to get to.
What if you guys not
A
bullying me? This
really
is
good
horrendous.
a really good merchandising opportunity for you would be
Mhm.
candy roaches or candy crickets,
I
Oh
hate
my
you.
god,
candy
no.
You're
bugs.
horrendous.
Oh my god, wait.
We
I'm
should do
not
it.
wrong though.
We should do
I'm
it.
not
No,
wrong though.
I'm so serious,
she's
Nyx.
not wrong.
That's a great item. But
Mm.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
Nyx.
Hello. Hi, hi.
So,
Yes.
what exactly inspired you to think about making a merchandise shop?
I mean, I think it kind of happened by accident because I have this problem. I don't know if it's being Hispanic, right? I have this really weird. He's
on the
already laughing.
ethnicity.
I haven't said it. Yeah, I had to bring up my
I'm not
yes,
the
it's
one
definitely because you're
laughing.
Hispanic. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't the one laughing. Actually,
Oh,
that was not me.
Okay, continue on. Continue on.
oh, look! I have this problem where I accidentally summon roaches on my moderators. It happened to me, and I was thinking, and now and now here we are. I'm making sandals with roaches on them. And one of these days, I'm gonna order myself a pair. My parents are gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm gonna have to be like, "We need to talk later." I'm gonna end up ordering a pair, and my dad's gonna be like, "¿Qué coño es eso?" And I'm like, "Dad, we need to sit down and have a conversation. We need to sit and talk about this. I need." And I'm really
That's
afraid
great.
because I haven't had that conversation with my parents yet, and I'm gonna end up buying the sandals. They're gonna be like, what is this?" And I'm gonna be like, "I need to just talk with you for 5 minutes." But
Just 5 minutes. A quick conversation. Mhm.
yeah, I'm
With you
selling
about the
sandals
bugs in
with
your
bugs on them.
walls.
We don't need to know why.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
They're not there. Don't
Um,
manifest them. I don't wanna have another 1v1. I'm on a not here anyway.
I can't summon bugs, but
You
anyways,
haven't tried hard enough for me.
I'm just
Mm-mm-mm.
too not Hispanic. So how did you approach your community about merchandising, like this idea of the bug chonkla?
Yeah.
Um, it's not something I really approach. It's kind of just something I've been actually a few of my mods have approached me about it because it was a running
Okay.
gag for a while, and then a few people were like, "Oh, like maybe like you put it." A few of my mods were like, "Oh, if you put that on like a shoe or something," then people were like, "I'd buy that." So I was like, "This is like an interesting."
Okay.
No, straight
Okay.
up, I was told, and I'm like, "This is like an interesting concept." I don't know. It's been like floating around for a while, and that's when I sat and be like, this is maybe something, if this is something people
Worthwhile
would want,
pursuit.
I wouldn't mind, putting it up.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Um, so obviously you mentioned that this is going to be a shoe. Why
Mhm.
is the style and item important when it comes to an indie performers looking into making merch? Like, why do you think picking like a shoe instead of shoe is the better option for your?
It's also mostly because of the running gag that I have, where it's like,
Mm.
you know,
Okay.
if there's like an insect or something, it's like, what's the thing I'm gonna grab? La chancla or my hairbrush, and I just throw it. So like that's like the joke. It's like if it were to
Mm-hmm.
have happen to somebody, it's like you can wear them, but you can also throw it. It's like in case of emergency thing. You know what I mean? Like
In case of
the
emergency,
merchandise is
take off.
also, yeah. The funny enough, the merch is kind of running with the joke that we have that's been
Okay.
in the
Okay.
get-go for a while. So yeah, that was the idea. We're also
Okay.
thinking of like slides too, because I want to give people the option. Like if they want slides, slide. But if you want the slippers, I'm just opening up the variety a little bit.
Give a variety pack. So
Yeah.
what kind of branding are you planning on? Like, what's going to make these NYX chonklas instead of just any regular pair of slippers I could go get?
Mm, that's a good question. I mean, I'd like to think of it in a way that, brain is
Like,
not
is there going
working.
to be like a picture of you? Is there going to be a phrase on it? Is there going
Oh,
to
well, I
be
was.
like a logo?
So I'm embarrassed to say this, right? We're gonna put like roaches and everything like on the shoe. So I'm thinking about putting my logo. Yes, there's gonna the roach is gonna be to add insult to injury. My brother and I were sitting around talking about it, and my brother literally told me, he's like, it'd be funny if you put a roach on the bottom of the chancla. And I was like, you're horrendous. And he was like, yeah, 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 yeah. So it's like, if possible, I was thinking we can also put
That
like a
is,
fake roach on the bottom of the shoe just
that's
to add
really
insult to
funny.
injury. Yeah,
That's really
but
funny.
just insects like all around, because that's the thing, because I'm the bug demon, so that's my
You are the bug
I'm the
demon.
bug demon, so roaches on a slipper changed my mind. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So, how are you planning on getting this merch done? So, like, I know when I was doing merchandising, as we all know,
Excuse
I
me.
pay for everything. So I have it as part of the membership. My merchandise store is through there. So, how are you paying? Like, are you getting things pre-made and then you're selling them, or are you doing a shop that basically people pay and then it does it for them, and you're not cutting any costs off of your nose?
Well, we're gonna see first if we can get buy it first and see how it's good, and
Okay.
then once it's like something in the form of, I think it's like a prototype or something like that,
Okay, so
and
you're gonna
then
get a
once
sample.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then once we have the sample and I know it's good, then because I don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
just brush it and then it's like a faulty, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to sell my audience
Mm-hmm.
something that, isn't not
Yeah, you don't
good.
want
So
something
we're
to be
gonna do like,
subpar quality.
yeah, because I'd feel awful. It's like people are
Mhm.
buying this, it has to be good. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Mm-hmm.
work on the prototype first or whatnot, and then once I know it's good, then I'll be like, yeah, you guys can like get this or this one if you're more into that. I want to have variety, but I
Okay.
also want to make sure it's worth the cost.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't want
worth
my
it's
audience
worth
to think I'd
getting.
be scamming them.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, so how are you planning on getting the commercial rights to the artwork used on your merch? Right. So, example, when you buy like a chibi from somebody, there's like a set price and then there's the commercial right price, and it's usually like half or half to double is usually what it would be to
Mhm.
get the commercial rights for an art piece. So, are you doing the art yourself to cut that cost? Are you paying an artist? Do you have like a subscription to like an art box that covers your like commercial rights? Because like I know the musical producing platform that I use to finish my music,
Mm-hmm.
I can pay a premium because we all
Right.
know me, and it gives me commercial rights for the finished product, right? So then it's all my songs. I can make money off of them. Um, so
Mhm.
yeah, how are you going about getting the commercial rights for this merchandise?
There's a website that was found that
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
very resourceful, and it's where you can customize and everything. You can use like the free little, like, I don't know what they call it, the
Like
little.
icons?
Mhm.
Yeah, yes, yes, thank you. So, and I'm
So,
working on like
okay.
doing that and designing it. Yeah,
Okay.
just
Okay.
finding to see what works and working it around. So it's like I am picky, but it's like I said, it's currently still in the works. So it's like whatever
Hmm.
good and whatever is that way. There's a final product that I can be like, yeah, this works. I like this. I'm
Hmm.
comfortable
Hmm.
selling this to like my audience. Because the idea is that we're planning all of this now and having like whatever I decide on,
Like a couple of
so we can have it
months.
like, yeah, in like November, because that's my 1 year anniversary. So it's like I want to have
Okay.
something up
Okay.
by then. Yeah, for the meantime, that is the goal.
Okay. Okay. That sounds super exciting.
Mhm. It's gonna
Is
be
this
the
the
duo
only
mix of stickers.
merchandise that you are currently planning, or do you have some other
This is the
things lurking?
this is the only for now, but I hate to say it, your candy idea that sound interesting. So it's
Mhm.
maybe in the
I'm just
future,
telling you, caramel apple crickets
I hate
are
you.
delicious.
That
I
it
will
no.
tell you this right now. They are so
Oh,
good. Okay.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
Caramel apple
uh-uh.
crickets.
Oh
You
my
hear
If
that,
you
god.
know,
Evie?
you know. They're so good. They're so
Oh
good.
my god.
10 out of 10. Do you
But
recommend? 10 out of 10.
but the slippers for now are the only thing I have in the works, you know. This is kind
Okay,
of just
okay.
something along with like one or two other like projects or things that I have planned that I'm like, yeah, cuz I don't, you know, I don't like to overwhelm myself. I say that it's like here I am in my corner, so what I'm over here like maybe I shouldn't, you know, overwork myself. Me 5 minutes later, oh well, what can I say? But
Ew. Oh.
and once,
Yes!
you know,
See, Panda knows. Panda
Whoa.
knows.
ugh. But once, you know, once the slippers and everything are up, you know, I'm gonna work with that. And if, you know, if I choose to have other, you know, products and merchandise in the future, yeah, for sure. But, you know, the
Mhm.
slippers are something to start with because I am still like new at this whole, you know, merch and all that stuff. So it's, you know, it's going at a pace
Okay,
that I can be
okay.
comfortable with.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Everyone's not going to be full systems go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people are going to be taking longer than others. But again, you have to think about you are planning on taking this extra time. So you make sure that you are making a quality product that's going to last people a long time instead of being like, oh, well, this is going to be quick, easy. I'm going to turn a quick dime, right?
Mm-hmm,
Arigato,
mm-hmm.
arigato. So that's really well thought out. Do we have any additional questions for Nyx?
Hoi hoi.
Oh, yeah.
I guess not.
All right. I don't think so. I think we're clear.
No other questions for Aldo
Yeah.
next one? For the
No, but
next
that's really exciting, and I definitely know
one?
I'm going to be planning on getting a pair of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably get
Yeah.
slides. If I'm going to be 100% honest. I throw slides
Yeah.
better.
Slides are, but either way, you know, you can. The funny thing is, you know, slide aren't a chancla, but you can still throw the. Did I just have a stroke? Yes, I did. I can still throw the slide. If I better not be clipped on that. I did not. I'm fine. I'm good. Nobody heard that.
You're
It's
probably
fine.
getting Evie. Evie, you still there?
No, no.
Still there for
Uh,
clipping? Evie was
the
on clipping
spider.
duty tonight.
The spider clip from the festival was retweeted twice yesterday, and I still can't live that down. I don't need another clip of me floating around, please. Por
You hear
favor,
that,
no
Evie?
puedo.
You hear that? Gotcha tiki, Evie? Gotcha tiki?
Oh my god, no. Bobo, I see you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please. Have mercy on my soul. But
Oh man, I wish I
yeah,
clipped
it's
it. But was like, I got
right.
you. I
But
got
no,
you.
like technically the Shonkless, well, the thing for the slides will ultimately be a little bit more, seeing as, you know, already looking at the price, the slides would be worth a little bit more, a little higher
Yeah,
range.
yeah. They
But you know,
typically are. Yeah.
either way, I leave that option open because if people prefer slides like you, but you prefer slides over, you
I
know,
do.
Shanklas, then yeah, you know, it's a little bit higher. But you know, I leave that option on the table for people that are
Me.
willing to play
Me
more.
and
If
Price.
me and friends, but and technically you can still throw it and it'll still kill a roach. You know, the idea is that
Exactly.
can you
No,
throw
no,
it
no.
at 30 miles an hour?
I
The
can.
same thing that happened on
I
my
can
festival.
do the
Yeah,
Chocolate Olympics. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure you make it work.
I can make it work. Well, thank you so much, Nyx, for sharing your merchandising ideas and what's coming out soon. Because November is right around the corner.
Yeah, it is. But I'm okay. I'm a little nervous for that. But we have,
Nice,
you know,
Bobo.
it's okay. But
Good job.
thank you so much for having me up. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Arigato.
I will
Arigato.
get down now. Thank you.
All right. Bye,
I
bye,
thought about
Nyx.
clipping it. I thought about clipping that too, Bobo.
Shh! You better not. I'll kill you. I'll see you later.
No.
Bye,
Someone hit
guys.
the collab button. Someone hit the collab button and it popped up. All
Alright.
right. So I believe Lady Red is left.
Yeah, Lady Red and coffee.
Oh yeah, and coffee.
And you, if you're willing to.
I'm pulling a dum dum.
And plan to?
Those in
Wonderful.
chat.
All right. Hello, Lady Red. Hello, Bobo.
Greetings and
Welcome on in.
namaste.
Welcome
Are you
on.
prepared to be clipped? Fantastic if you weren't. Wonderful, shall we?
I'm already not prepared to be clipped, but hey, prepare the
Hey,
unexpected is
well,
my motto.
there we go. There we go. All right, welcome on in. Please introduce yourself to all of these wonderful people. I didn't get an introduction. What is this?
Everybody knows you, Forby. You don't need no introduction.
That's a lie. That's a
No, it's
lie. I
not.
have a whole
That's
shtick.
not.
I have a whole shtick of
Forby,
introduction, but okay.
Forby, I love you, but like, hush your face hole because you need no introduction. People say forbidden people quake in their boots.
Lies. Don't you be spreading lies.
It's true, fam. We
Mhm.
didn't need an
Yeah,
introduction. We
okay.
just kind of rolled into things.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Carry on.
hi everyone. My name is Lady Red, or better known as Bobo. Uh, I've been on here for way too long, and I just pretty much hang out, game, smoke and toke, and just vibe.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Helping creators is a side hobby. I'm just like, oh, you need help? Here's some advice. And then boom,
Okay.
they make numbers, and I'm like, oh, that was an accident. But hey, we did that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. So, do you have any merchandising doings? Any
Yes.
little secret projects?
I
Okay.
do intend to make t-shirts, sweatshirts, something cozy enough. Slides most
Okay.
definitely, and it's going to be dragon themed, so do expect.
Ooh. Okay. Because I know you have a song about a dragon on your YouTube channel.
Indeed, I do.
So, are you a dragon?
I'm a dragon in disguise.
Okay. I'm all about the disguise life. I'm follow a disguised
Don't blow my
person.
cover.
Almost death.
I mean,
But fair enough.
stay safe with me.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't take you away. I will not. Don't worry about it. Okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So you're thinking sweatshirts. You're thinking slides. You're thinking comfy. You're thinking cozy.
Convenience.
Convenient. Okay. Why are you picking the style of items?
Because I like convenience, and I
Okay.
like to make a lot of things convenient for a lot of other people. Make it easy, make it simple, go through it as fast as possible, but still be able to understand what's happening, but not
Okay.
feeling like it's getting crammed in your head, kind of, oh, that's as fast as you're going.
Okay. So you said that you yourself are like a dragon in disguise. So are you going to go with like more of a subtle design on these merchandise pieces? Is it going to be like print, heavy graphic? Like what are you thinking on this merchandise? Like what's the image? What's the idea vision?
Honestly, I'm thinking very graphic, very much if you were staring a dragon in the face.
Okay.
Okay. What is going to make this different than any other dragon? What's the brand? What's going to make this different than picking up like a regular dragon shirt from like the store? What's going to make this lady red?
Well, honestly, with the dragon theme that I have going on, we will have someone riding that dragon.
Okay.
And it will be very much gladiator like. Expect the unexpected. You'll never know who's riding it until you really look in.
Okay. So I'm assuming like your branding mark is then like a dragon and like a dragon knight, a dragon rider, like fully plated knight that you really can't see into the suit of. Okay, so that's like your logo that we're
not
going with?
really. More like an actual dragon, and someone sitting on the dragon, kind of like Game of Thrones esque.
Okay. All right. Um, how are you doing the work for the merch? Are you doing it like in a local shop? Are you doing like an online shop? Are you like doing fabric swatchings? Are you going to provide like a variety of different colors and cuts? Because you know, you said mentioned, you know, a variety of different pieces. Is it all going to have the same image? A different strokes for different pieces?
Well, I will try to do my best with that, but yes, each color will have a different piece on it. I will intend to have at
Okay.
least 4 colors for each piece.
Okay. Okay.
That's
So
pretty nice.
how are you going to go about commercial rights? Are you doing the work? Are you paying an artist for it? Are you
I'll be
using
paying
like
an
the
artist
little
for this one.
you're paying an
I
artist
have
for it?
not touched
Okay.
art in so long.
Fair
I
enough.
know my
Okay.
art skills are rusty.
I mean, I
And
pay
my
for all
shooting
my
skills
art.
in
I'm
Fortnite
gonna
are
be
not, apparently.
okay,
Literally
okay.
screaming.
When are
Girl,
you
what?
thinking about opening this merch shop? Like when do you think you're going to have your first available merch up?
Probably within the next year or so, as many
Okay.
things have happened recently.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
be a minute. It's gonna be a minute.
Okay, I mean,
No,
it gives
you're
you some
right.
But I
time to
will
like
be
look
looking.
around.
And to
Oh
really
no,
get that
most definitely.
design and hone in on the
Mm-hmm.
branding and
Yeah,
stuff that
because
you
you said that you
thinking.
really wanted it to be graphic. Yeah, graphic design does take a little bit more than like maybe something that's more simplistic. Especially because you do want to have 4 varieties, right? And you want them all to be different. Um, okay. So I think that
I think that does it, but does
so
that opens it up to the chat for
yeah, the
questions?
chat.
Hi, PP. Sorry, had to say hi to PP. How are you? Yeah.
What's PP?
Hello, everyone who left that in.
Dude, I'm excited. I could go for like you know those like long hoodies that go down to your like knees.
You mean the best
Yeah.
hoodies? The only ones that
Yeah,
exist?
the true
With the
hoodie.
big floppy sleeves?
Yeah, we need those.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
With the
I
big
want to
giant
make one of
oversized hood?
those. I dead ass too, but that's like going higher up on that scale. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
will eventually. Yes, that'd be on the
yeah,
list
Mm-hmm.
because I do
absolutely.
want those two. I do like those kind of styled hoodies. They're very comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As I
absolutely.
sit in one
especially
right now.
for a
That's fair.
And
Alrighty.
they are my lifeblood. But thank you, Lady Red, for joining us and talking to us about your plan to further merchandise. Yeah, well, okay, so she's a
Thank you.
dragon, so I mean, we could make it a dragon hoodie.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a pretty penny, but I mean, I know people who would pay for a dragon hoodie. You're me. I am people. I am people. People is me.
That is so fair. That is so fair.
Alright, thank you for having me and have a fun time, everyone.
Thank you for joining us. I can't wait to see the
Alright.
merch.
Bye bye.
Alright,
Yeah, I cannot
and
wait to see it.
is coffee here?
I have not seen coffee. I'm gonna feed. I know she said that she was going to be eating dinner, but that was like almost an hour ago.
I let Spicy up to say PP.
Oh yeah. Arigato. Alright, well nope, you're stuck here now, Spicy. Spicy, you stuck.
It's
Alright.
intermission time.
You're stuck now. So listen,
So
are
no,
you
no.
working?
We're talking about how to make. So Spicy has commissions. Spicy is artist.
Ooh, all right, wonderful.
So Spicy cannot escape.
Sucker.
Sucker, you stalky.
I'm
Alright,
just
so
Pip Man.
no, you're not just Pippa Man.
Not
Fellow
anymore.
dragon over there, Mr. Mimic. Mr. You think everybody's like, oh, it's Dragon Man. No, Spicy Mimic. Alright, so Spicy, you are an artist, you do a lot of your own art. Um, we're gonna talk about it from an artist's point of view of making profit. So how do you advertise yourself as an artist? I know, I put you on
Typically,
spot.
Kiwi!
I could answer this in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Typically I start off through my friends, like online. I usually start off by making friends and then I promote through them, giving them free like fan art and whatnot. That's how I started on this
Mm-hmm.
app. After that, since we have PFPs now, we can do art
Mm-hmm.
PFPs. I advertise through the people who I make PFPs for. If we're talking about
Okay.
on other social medias, I just wait for the algorithm to try and get to me.
Okay. Okay. So do you, I mean, obviously you have commissions. What all art do you offer commission? Like, do you do half body sketches? Do you do full? Do you do illustration? Like,
Well, I
what could people
mean, I
buy from you?
do just about everything so long as it's related to a character, since
Okay.
I'm very terrible at drawing anything other than a human. Also, I don't do furries, please. God, no. No. No.
For no furry. For Spicy's art comes. Okay. Okay. No furries. Got it. Got it.
Coffee!
Honey hoy, welcome on in. So, do you plan on doing merch anytime soon, Spicy?
No. I don't really
Okay.
have enough of a fan base for that. I would love to,
Okay.
but yeah, no.
On that one, what
Okay,
are
and
your
that's
thoughts
also
on
really important.
making artwork for other people's
Yeah,
work?
making merch.
Gaining
Indeed,
notoriety that way.
indeed.
Being like, hey, Spicy, I got an event coming up. Would you like to make some merch? Wait, God. You know,
Cause I
Oh,
do.
you know what? Actually, I do have merch. I do
I do.
have one
I
single
do.
piece of merch, which was for my friend Candy, Eye Candy.
Mm-hmm.
I drew that for
Yeah.
them, and they have little cards. I don't know what they're called, like the face
Like
cards,
business
like you know the
cards?
K-pop things,
Oh,
the
idol
K-pop
cards.
cards that you collect, like kind of like
Yeah,
those,
yeah,
the art version. So I made them
yeah.
one of those,
Ooh.
and so they use
Ooh.
those in the little card package.
Alright.
I want those. I want those. Spicy, why didn't you tell me you did those?
Not a lot of people know Eye Candy. She used to be on this platform, but she
I
kind of
know
just like
Candy, yeah.
disappeared. Yeah,
Yeet.
Candy.
She went and graduated. I want those.
Same.
Spicy.
I was gonna get some from Darling.
Exactly. We were talking about doing trading cards like a little bit ago.
What did you
That
miss?
would be
Your
so
mom.
fun. I was gonna say that
Sorry,
too.
that was very natural. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Would you miss
Yeah.
your dad?
Oh, yeah, you people and missing
Alrighty.
your parents.
And that
But
goes back
thank
to
you,
the
She
Spicy,
chat.
for
missing
being
both your parents.
sacrificed.
Yeah, thank you, Spicy, for being
Good.
sacrificed. And does anyone have any
Yes.
questions for the artist?
The answer is no. Penis. Goodbye.
Randy, oh my God,
Spicy's like,
Spicy's like,
I
I'm
have no
done.
time for questions.
I'm done.
I'm
I'm
out.
leaving. I'm over it. Never
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Spicy's like, I'm never hitting that collab button again, Huey.
Alright, so then it looks like it will be coffee. Coffee.
Yeah, coffee if you wanna waddle on up, you know. That's the life. That's the life. Hello, and welcome in. And for the kids in the
Coffee.
back, you wanna introduce yourself?
That's the Trinity in the street.
Jesus. Excuse the background, guys. I didn't know this. I'm about to go hide in the shop. That's what's about to happen. Or y'all can go outside. Oh, fucking shit.
Get
I
him.
am so sorry.
Yell at him. I'm just
I
kidding.
got
You're
Coffee
okay,
Boy and one
Coffee.
of her buddies in here. I am so sorry, guys.
Hello, Coffee Boy. Oi, 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 oi.
Leave this one
Alright.
sit outside.
So, everybody, this is Coffee Girl, and Coffee actually is really interesting from a business
Hey, we can
standpoint
be in this
because
home or
she
whatever.
actually has an IRL coffee shop
Oh yeah.
and she uses reality to promote it.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool, man.
So, Coffee, how long did it take you to like build the coffee
Yeah, I
shop
can't
and
do it.
like build this company?
So we started the coffee shop back in 2020, so like the height of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
So it originally was supposed to open in October. We ended up opening in November due to a couple of delays.
Mm-hmm.
But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, I mean, once it kind of hit the ground running, just building advertisement, just pushing, it just kind of took off on its own after a while.
Okay.
So
What made you decide to include VTubing into this
Yeah.
dynamic?
I had seen the ads for it for weeks on Facebook, and I kind of was like just sitting there staring at it, and I looked at it, and I kept scrolling, and I scrolled back to it again. It kept popping back up. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna download it and just see where this takes me. No one believed me
Okay,
at first
okay.
that I was actually at work. I'm like, no, guys, I'm at an actual coffee shop. I promise, it's real. And it kind of just took off with a you make off joke of mine over here. Jesus.
Oh, oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what starting steps were the building blocks for making your company? Like, what do you think were the foundational pieces that were needed?
Definitely having a game plan. And
Okay.
kind of having
Oh,
a basis of
absolutely.
what you're wanting to do and kind of just working towards it and kind of just oh my god. I'm going outside. I'm going outside. Y'all killing it here. No, we're about to go. Okay, cool.
But yeah, so having the game plan,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
so you know where you're going, what your goal is.
Since we went with food stuff, made sure at least we had a decent menu to start off with. Everyone make sure we're
Mm-hmm.
on the same page for all of all of the drinks and foods and everything else, and how to like talk to people. No, we can talk.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Um, so what process did you have to go through to get like the food and beverages like licensure for your state? Like to make this coffee shop actually happen? Like what
Also the liquor
procedures did you have to go
license.
through? Yeah, because you have a liquor license, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
Guys,
So
make sure to
So
check out
how did you do
the
that?
coffee shop.
With the liquor license specifically, you actually have to like go through a process of like putting an advertisement out saying, "Hey, we're trying to obtain this license. Is there a reason? So people can actually see what's going on, and they can actually
Mm-hmm.
put in a note, saying no, you shouldn't have this or blah blah blah, whatever. So they actually
Mm-hmm.
have to
Mm-hmm.
know why you're getting it,
Mm-hmm.
besides just getting one. And fun fact, there's
Okay.
actually a special license for Sundays down in the South to be able to sell liquor on
Really?
Sunday.
That's insane.
That's
Would
weird.
not
Well,
have
you're
thought
in the
about
South,
that.
we're in the Bible Belt down here, so they're gonna have a couple. They're gonna have
Oh, that
extra
makes
rules.
sense. Yeah, yeah, the Bible
Mm.
Belt does that.
Never
It's
mind.
got
That
funny
makes sense.
rules.
So I'm like, I can serve you coffee. I can serve you liquor on the holidays. Let's go.
So,
Sorry.
Or like I kind of built the Coffee Girl account just pretty much just separate, but still like part of it because I want to
mhm,
promote my own coffee shop. But I created my own kind of persona with it, which is always
okay.
fun to kind of just almost like a sense of separate identity. It's
Mm-hmm.
still for the coffee shop, but it's still like just fun for me on the side.
Okay. Okay. So, coffee. I know because I've creeped on your coffee shop. What makes your coffee shop a little bit more unique than your average cup of
Mm,
joe?
yeah.
So we roast all of our own beans ourselves. I have like a tumbler roaster at home, so we do everything
Mm-hmm.
on our own. as well as, you know, being able to spike our own coffees. No one else in the area does it. And then we've got video games in the coffee shop. I've got virtual reality, I've got PC gaming, arcade machines, pool tables. Like, we're always running like all sorts of different types of events off and on.
Mhm.
So kind of want to be like that all-in-one hangout space.
Okay, okay.
So
And then I know there is something about online ordering, maybe.
How far in the season is
Nudge,
this?
nudge,
That
wink,
might be
wink.
different than the
What type
original.
of merch do you guys have? What could somebody on reality buy from you?
So they could go into the website and go into our merch site where we've got t-shirts, we've got blankets, we have our coffee bags for sale. So we have our house blend, which we use with everything.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
then we also have a medium roast, which is a little bit lighter for those who want a softer coffee bite. That's something they can always get to, as well as K-cups. We've got different types of mugs and, you know, other types of t-shirts, sweatpants, sweaters, things like that. You know, just basic small style merch with our logo on it that, you know, people can wear around, enjoy, represent, things
Okay.
like that.
All right. So do you use an online, like for your merchandise? I'm going to get kind of into the business side. Do you guys use like a local shop? Do you guys use an online shop to get your
We
merchandise?
primarily use an online shop, which makes it a little bit easier for it to get distributed to people when they order stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee and all that, the coffee and the t-shirts come from the shop directly, but
Okay.
everything else goes through a separate site that just makes it easier to handle all of the extra logistics, and it gets
Okay.
printed and shipped right to them.
Okay. Because that's what I use. I use one that does all of the shipping, all of the printing, and it just, I don't have to touch it. I don't have to deal with the merchandise.
Right.
It just, and
Yeah,
then
pretty
I
much the only
don't
thing
have to
that
deal with
touches
anyone's
our
personal
hands,
information.
like I said, would be like the
Mm.
bagged coffees, the K-cups, and all like the
Okay.
smaller stuff that we have in shop that
I'm so
I'll be able
sorry.
to, like, and our stickers too. Those come straight from
Okay.
the shop, like in a box out the door from here.
Okay. Okay. So do you think streaming helps boost slash market your coffee shop?
I've seen a lot more discovery for it because people actually inquire about it. Like, I'm
Okay.
kind of like leaving like one of the notes saying like ask about actually getting coffee actually shipped to you, and people actually start
Mm.
inquiring a bit more about it. Like, depending on where they're at, we're only able to ship honestly through the U.S. and the UK right now, but we're slowly
Okay.
expanding that out. So it's still a decent base to work with, and I've gained a decent small amount of customers from it, and people that have
Okay.
returned back and gotten more. But it's definitely boosting more of the shop, like everywhere else, besides
Mm.
just being local and then people coming through, driving through, whatever. Because we're next to a military base, so we get a lot of people PCSing and ETSing, traveling through in and out.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
That is very unique.
So it keeps the
So
soldiers out of trouble, at least, with everything all in one spot. At least their higher ups know where they are.
hey, so I guess the last question that I really have is, does the coffee shop advertise like the amount of calories or like carbs or things like that
Yeah, does it?
on
Because
your
that's like
packaging?
real.
Unfortunately, because we're so small, no, we don't have it.
Okay.
But I mean, I can literally just pull up like the syrup bottle and like read it real quick and see how much is in each. Like, you know, if people are
Mm.
asking about it, I can easily do the math because it's right there on the bottles. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
not too hard to
Wonderful.
check in on it. I don't have it listed.
Okay.
Alright.
And then I know we were talking about this earlier,
Mm.
but obviously you're a coffee shop and we're getting into a new season. Do you have anything new that's coming out?
So for the upcoming season, since we carry pumpkin and peppermint all year round, we like to mess around with other flavors for like seasonal
Mm-hmm.
options. So right now I have a cookie butter latte that's coming out
Ooh.
with a brown butter coffee and a salted caramel pumpkin latte,
Ooh.
as well
Ooh.
as our in-house homemade spiced brown sugar whipped cream.
Oh, dude.
So we need to take a field trip this fall.
My big
Just
back,
skirt.
needs to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
welcome in, everyone.
I'll drive. We'll take you Alu's car and I'll drive it. We'll put
It's because
toast
my car
in.
has like a big
Yeah, you
wagon on
have
the
enough
back.
seats. You got enough seats in your car. My car only sits 2 people.
To
Okay,
like
my car
rip the
sits
front door
2.
open so we can use the front door.
You
You're
would
gonna
need
have
a
to give me
place
the
to keep
confidence to
Scorpio
break
needs
my
to
own
bring
front
her
door.
entire wardrobe. You're gonna
There's
need
enough
an
room back
SUV.
there for a full-sized mattress. We'll be fine.
We'll be
You might have
fine.
space for Corby's wardrobe. I don't know where you're
Yeah,
gonna sleep,
yeah.
Alu, but you might have to find somewhere else.
And it was
I
sleep on top of the car.
Corby trying to pack
And it
a
was
trip.
No,
Maybe
I'm saying
like
like
one
there's
size
enough room
bigger
back there
wardrobe
for
to
a
go with them.
full-size mattress. She'll have enough room to put her stuff. She can put
I
like
don't think
4 massive
I don't remember
suitcases
if you
back
remember
there.
seeing the amount of bags Corby had for the reality convention that came to the US. My guy, they're gonna need that whole back area. You're not gonna have room for your stuff.
I
I don't
only
think
took
you
2
understand.
Another
bags.
spot.
Listen,
I
I
only
don't
took
think
2
you
bags.
understand. I'm the idiot that would bring a backpack.
See,
Yeah.
me too. I pack light.
Fine.
I pack
I
what I need. I jelly
I
roll it, and I'm on my way.
fit everything in my backpack. Okay? I fit
And 2
everything in
other
my backpack.
carry-on bags.
What's
No,
the size of the backpack?
it was
The backpack's just for the shoes.
Does it have wheels on it?
No, it doesn't have wheels. It does not have wheels.
Just asking,
Okay.
was just
I
asking.
see what it is. Body 4B day. I see. Anyways, back to the interview. That's all it is. Set questions that we have. Does chat have any questions for Kofi?
Does any of our chats have questions for Coffee?
I don't see any. I don't see any questions anymore.
No questions, no questions. No. Okie dokie.
Thank you for coming,
Thank
Coffee.
you so much.
Arigato.
Yeah, sorry I was running late.
No, it's
You're
fine.
good. You're good.
You're fine.
Time zones be that way.
I'm like, I gotta go.
Heck yeah.
You quit Georgia for me for better.
If Kit is still here, they are in the very beginning stages of their process. Aha!
Alright.
I found
Kit
you.
is here.
What now?
Alright. Jeanne Coffee, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. Alright. Bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Thank you, Corby. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
Thank you for coming and sharing with us your experience.
Of course. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to drop by the stream and ask them.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, don't forget to hit these lovely people with that follow. I was about to say that like and subscribe button. Honestly, I'm gonna fire myself today. Holy shit!
Don't worry, I almost did too. I was about to say it, and then you started, and I was like, wait, no, that's not the right platform.
Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Pardon me. Look the other way. But yes. You're more than welcome to, oh no. Oh dear, oh me, oh my. Kit, if you are chilling down there in the chat, you're more than welcome to pop up. And, I suppose since you are in the very beginning, share the process that you are currently going through to obtain the licensure for your, agency.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, where'd you go?
I am Kit.
Hey, you want to come over and take a seat?
I'm not good at starting out, so I will let you guys ask some questions first. So go right ahead.
Oh, let's pop
Okay, give me 1 second.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I think I got lost. My screen just went completely black gray.
Oh no.
Like, Alu, there we go. No, I'm good. I think we're in the booth now, right? Right.
Yeah. I moved us back to the booth.
Floppy face.
You're tweaky.
I am tweaking just a little bit. I can see it. I can see us. I can see chat. My face is not facing. I have lost the tracking. Oh, I've lost chat. There's chat. Alright. Well, you know what? I don't need my face anyways. Who needs a face?
Who needs a face? What's a face for?
I don't need a face. I don't need tracking.
Yeah,
I don't need
skip
tracking.
that face.
Hello.
It's crazy.
You know what? At least my eyes are both open. Okay, there we go. There's your
There's your
check-in.
face. There
Oh yeah,
you
there
go.
it is.
Look,
Here
Forby
I
has a
am.
face. That's
I have face.
crazy.
All right. So, Kit, you are just starting off with the LLC. How are you going about your LLC? Are you doing it all independently? Are you going through a broker? Are you going through like a different company to get your LLC?
At
And
the
then,
moment, I am actually being assisted by a friend who recently went through the process.
okay,
Outside I've met this individual. Um,
okay.
for those who know, I'm not going to elaborate, but I did encounter some issues with misinformation near the start, which was quickly resolved, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
I also have done some research on my own about there is more to having an LLC and a brand than just getting the business license. I did learn that. You do, if you do want to represent your brand without others stealing it, it is a good idea to try and file for a trademark and or copyright before getting the LLC. You can secure the name.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That is indeed
I
true.
100% agree with that because you don't want your idea snagged right out from underneath you by someone who just simply
No,
heard your idea.
bought it first. See, and this is why I just, again, I paid $1,000 and they took care of everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
They just did it. I didn't have to think about that trademarking. It just came with the package. So are you doing a singular person LLC or are you doing multi?
I'm doing multi. I am hoping to have a partnership LLC with the individual aforementioned. On here, his name is Sebastian. Through Discord, he is the missing major. He is actually the CEO of his own company, so he does know all the information.
He does.
And such.
Okay.
So he is quite knowledgeable about the business side of things.
All about what he's getting into. Okay.
Yeah, very good.
So what are the starter steps you're doing? You mentioned that, you were securing your name, you're getting the LLC started up. What caused you to get there?
Initially,
Like what started the process?
The initial process was actually an idea that I had as the agency being Crystal Yen, and then I decided to reach out to other individuals who are part of agencies who do know that information regarding the process, in terms of talents, managers, etc.
Okay. Why are you going through the process of making an LLC? Why are you making an agency?
Personally, I think it's a really neat idea, mainly because not many people choose to stick with the process and go through it and try and make a name for themselves in an industry that is still developing.
It is true.
Okay.
It's very, very true.
Are you going to be a profit or non-prof?
That I have not figured out yet. More than likely non-profit until we expand internationally, mainly for contract purposes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Very good, very good.
So you're planning on being very domestic at the beginning. How long do you think it's going to take you to have your agency up and running?
I'm planning on 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds pretty average, honestly. It's not too bad.
That does. 2 years is pretty good. 2 years is
Like I
pretty
said,
good.
I knew that he was still in the very beginning processes of putting the pieces together. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's a great point
So
to get info from, though. Yeah.
how is this going to protect you as a content creator? Like what is the purpose? Like what are you going to get out of it?
Mm.
Namely, the point I said earlier, trying to make a name for myself in an industry that's still developing, as well
Okay.
as any talents, managers, etc., that do decide to join and or contribute to the agency.
Okay. Okay. So this is going to be a off script question. Are you planning on being more in just a managerial role, or are you planning on also streaming?
I'm planning on also streaming.
Okay.
I haven't fully announced the labeling yet, but I am going to have a separate account from my role as Kit.exe,
Okay. Okay.
which will be it'll be my Twitch identity, which will be licensed as a talent under Crystal Yen,
Okay.
while Kit is manager.
Ah,
But
okay, okay,
Management.
okay.
Which is a fairly common play. It's a very
It
common
is.
play. That's why I was curious.
Same.
What kind of standards is your LLC going to have in place? For like that you must upkeep. Like what are the things that you are thinking is going to be very, very important to the management? Like what are things that are going to be non-negotiable?
Definitely constant communication, and having different but also interlinked platforms to communicate any issues or etc. with management and or talents, depending on the platform they are using.
Okay. Um, so what are the next steps that you're looking to take in the future? Like what is the step that you're looking forward to the most?
And what you doing next?
Because we're in the beginning stages. Yeah.
The baby stages.
I guess mainly just having the agency as an official entity, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Acquiring that LLC.
That I mean that's
is
a
real.
very important that's a very important thing. If your LLC allows talent for allows for talent and management, how does one ensure that they are in the right spot to start hiring talents?
So I did some research on this, and mainly about the certain licenses and certifications that staff will have to have. Sebastian, he has been a manager for, I am unsure of how long, but I do know he has the licensing certification, and
Okay. Okay, that's important.
I do have that bond with him, which has also helped with kind of ensuring a tighter community and better communication.
Okay. Okay. We already kind of talked about that. If someone were to have a dream of having their LLC agency stream on Reality's platform, what is the start? And I know you just recently asked me about this, so I know you know the answer. The starting process and required licenses and documents needed to start, becoming an official partner, like an agency within Reality.
So, to start out, you do have to have an LLC. As far as I know, it does not have to be international
Mm-hmm.
if you are only operating on a certain side of the reality studio
Mm-hmm.
servers.
Yep.
You do have to communicate with staff. The best way is through inquiries and specifications,
Mm-hmm.
and they should reach out to you in a considerably short amount of time.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Was there anything else that I didn't schmack-a-doodle on this list? Did I forget
don't think so.
anything?
I think
Did my one brain cell die too early today?
no.
I think it died like 4 hours ago, Ali. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
So real though. I don't think you guys understand. I've been lagging. I wrote like a 3-page essay for all the questions today. I'm not even
He really
kidding.
did. It's
I did.
really, it really did. So
When
I
can
guess
we wrap it up?
one of the questions is, how does an LSC agency call upon legal, like, so what are you looking at legal wise? Are you planning on in-housing? Are you planning on
That's a good
having like a
question.
legal service on the side? Like, what does your legal, like, what are you thinking? Are you covering stuff? Are you making your talents cover stuff? Like, if someone is slandering one of your artists, does that fall on the artist, or is that going to fall on the agency?
Personally, I'm more than likely going to do it through the talent with supervision of the overseeing talent manager, depending on the experience of the talent. If they have been doing it, let's say, for a year or more,
Mm-hmm.
I will probably have the associated talent manager step back and watch from a distance if necessary.
Okay. I guess my question is, so like in my LLC, lawyer is provided, right? Like the talent will not have to go find their own lawyer. It would be like, oh, here is lawyer. Someone is slandering you. Here you go. You don't have to pay for legal team. The company is covering it, right? So are you going to? You were saying that you were going to have more of a hands-off approach, almost like you guys would assist, but as they get more experience, you wouldn't. So are you expecting your talents to find their own legal, or are you planning on having that like as a available resource?
I'll have it as an available resource, but I will leave it up to them if they do so choose to find their own legal representation.
Okay.
Okay. Available if
Okay,
needed,
that's
but not
good.
necessary to be used.
But yeah,
That's kind of nice though, actually.
yeah,
Because
which is
if you
it's
have
just
like a
really
family
nice.
lawyer,
It's really
you
nice.
can stay with them.
Yeah, if you already have, yeah, you don't have to, and that's the idea, right? Is you don't have to use the company lawyer, but it's also you don't have to then go hunt a lawyer, right? And then that lawyer already is aware of like what policies your company has. So that ties into like if your talent got into any issues, would there be a legal team? So that kind of got addressed. So right now you're saying you're keeping it domestic. Are you eventually planning on going international?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Vale is still in here, but for those who don't know, we are in a relationship. Separate from the app, of course. Do not want to violate terms of service. I am eventually planning to move to Canada with them, which is where I'm going to establish the international presence if I'm able to. Otherwise, I will try and get assistance transferring the location of the LLC.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. Would you have any issue proving legitimacy of the LLC once it's founded?
I will not have any issue with that.
Like if someone is like, hey, can I see your LLC papers?
Yeah,
Like your certificate. Yeah.
I will try my best to keep on hand and also have a digital copy that I have quick and easy access to if I do not have the physical copy of, and I will have both copies notarized by the appropriate government officials,
Good.
etc.
Wonderful, wonderful. Like I say, you gotta get that stuff in order before you.
What type of have you thought about what type of contracts you would have available for talents?
That I am still trying to work out.
Okay.
This ties back to what I said earlier about communicating with other members of other agencies, agency heads, etc., trying to ask information about stuff that doesn't fall under of course I forget it when I'm trying to say it.
No, I get you.
My one brain cell always dies on me like that. I lose track of what I'm thinking of, and just presto, it's gone.
We're talking about contracts, discussing terms.
Was it an NDA?
Yeah, NDAs.
There we
NDAs,
go.
okay.
The brain cell rubbed together real quick.
Okay, so non-disclosure. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's really
everything. Did chat have any questions for Get Here?
And they're
I know they're in the very beginning
Startup.
processes of doing the startup, but it is also a great spot for people who are interested in poking their
that
nose
is a great
into
time.
the avenue to come and ask a question, because here's someone who just did it. Yep.
You're excited to see where it goes?
Me too. I'm glad I was able to point you guys in the...
Thank you so much, Kit, for joining us.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. I'm glad you were able to continue in this fantastic direction. Don't throw in the hat, man. You got this.
You got it. Gombare.
I'm trying to fully see it through. So
yeah.
When I set my mind to something, I'm sure quite a few of you know I won't give up on it.
I'm very glad.
So.
Well, thank you so much for being here and taking the time out of your day to come and talk with us about your current ongoing process and all of those great things in life. And same goes out to all of you guys who came here today in chat and asked all these great questions. Is there any other questions about the overall stream? Any residual tingle? Anything at all? Before I run away to return in like a half an hour. It's not awful.
You quite literally will be returning in half an hour. What's 26 plus 73? I don't know.
It's 99.
Aki, I'm a VTuber. I can't do math.
Neither can I. No hablo inglesio, senor. Huey.
Numeros. We don't speak numeros.
Alrighty. Well,
Alright. If nobody has any questions, I will step down. And if you do end up having any questions, feel free to reach out to me on all the platforms that are in my link tree. I also do have the agency X and all the assorted links on my X, which is also my link tree. So if any of you do have any questions,
wonderful, wonderful. I can't wait. Oh my god, I scared myself.
Alright. So I think we're good. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I think that's everything and everybody. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank
Also,
you.
thank
And
you
I
for
hope
supporting
everybody
my
did
stuff.
walk away with something. It's okay.
No, I had somebody
It's
come
okay.
over. I had company.
Aya, Kati, thank you for subscribing to Alu. Thank you, thank you.
Thank
Arigato,
you.
arigato. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please know that everybody who came up today has no problem discussing. Hello, Sebastian. Hi,
Hello.
hi. But yeah, no one that came up
Wait,
has any issues
your
talking and
mom.
discussing further.
Wait. We gotta
Wait,
get him up. Oh.
we gotta get him up there.
Oh. Gonna
I don't
take
know,
my
Sebastian, do
entire
you want
break
to come
time.
up?
Sebastian, if
You.
you would like to come up, you are more than welcome to come up to discuss some things. Caddy, I am so sorry. This is a coordinated. Oh, I see. Okay, hey. Yar. How's it going, fam? How are you?
Hello. We're just talking business.
Yeah.
You're
Just
making.
shit chatting, just yammering away. You know how it is.
That's what we do.
That's what I.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah, I don't know how to do anything else. I'm kind of stupid.
Again,
I
we
play
don't do
video
math.
games.
We have
but
one brain
yeah.
cell that dies constantly.
I don't think it's even here. I think it
Karina!
checked out
It's
after
not.
the it checked out after the shenanigans.
That it.
Alrighty, you guys.
I think
thank you
we're
all.
clear.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight and hanging out here and sharing with us your fantastic stories. Goodbye, Twitch and YouTube. I mean, goodbye and good riddance. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
He'll be back in 30 minutes.